you got to show some emotion in this game. There's a lot of people in Chicago not happy with what happened earlier today. We don't want that to be happening here at the United Center that was happening over at Soldier Field. And it's always a Bears town. Make no bones about it. It's a Bears town. But right now, they're getting destroyed. So, the one thing the Blackhawks can do here is build some goodwill in the sports community by coming out and playing a good game here, knocking off Minnesota. It's not going to be easy, but I think it's very doable if they bring the right attitude. And you talked about the road mentality. They have to have the consistency in their game, the way that they have to play if they want to be successful. And that's not being a fancy team. This is a team that has struggled to score goals, 1 goal in each of the last 2 games against one of the high-powered offensive teams like Minnesota. So you don't want to open it up against these guys. So to your point, you do have to bring in a little bit of simplistic to your game plan here, simplicity to your game plan, where just get pucks in deep. Get pucks into deep, or you were talking about a little bit earlier, where you got to get into areas where you can get in on the forecheck. You just can't dump it in without a purpose. You can't give it to the goaltender, because that's, the goaltender is so good now. You have to put it in right behind the defense so you can get into the forecheck, and that's how this team needs to play. They can't try and open it up. They just have to be a smart team, and if that's the road mentality, that maybe sometimes it's not pretty. Doesn't have to be pretty, but bring energy and play that type of style.
Connor Bedard is on a 6-game goal drought. Nick Foligno is moving up to the top line. They had some success there earlier in the season. How much of that is, though, that line has had struggle winning faceoffs, and they need a guy that could win faceoffs to get Connor the puck? Well,
Nick's going to take the draws on the left-hand side of the ice. Connor's the right-handed center. I harp on it all the time as the next centerman. And finally, Luke started to talk about it after the last game in Dallas, where I think they were at 29% on draws against Dallas. And he even brought it up, where you start every face-off chasing the puck, and that's no fun. The whole game about hockey is having the puck, controlling the puck. When you're not controlling the face-offs, it just gets worse and worse, and they got to find a way to be much better in the face-offs. They're 30th overall in a 32-team league. Connor Bedard really has struggled in that area, and I've said this before, like, Connor Bedard is not built to get pucks back. He's built to have the puck. Right. So, they brought Yannick Perreault in again yesterday. Was working with the guys at practice. You and I were down watching it. And, there's a lot to do with repetitions. There's certain techniques you can use. But you just can't say this is the one way I'm going to take a face-off and win, because the guys in the NHL are too good. Patrice Bergeron could win a face-off 10 different ways, depending whether you're left-handed, right-handed, whether you're drawing it back, whether you turn your hand over, forehand. Where's the setup as far as, do they have somebody right behind Patrice Bergeron, or the guy that is facing off against Bergeron? In those situations, you want to scramble draws. I think the one thing that the Hawks can do much better at, it doesn't take a lot to scramble draws, which means don't lose it cleanly. And then you have to count on your wingers. But I think when Foligno takes the draws, he's a lot stronger than Bedard is, and he's their best face-off guy right now. And it's going to factor into the game tonight. But I like the combination again. You looked at when you had Reichel and Teravainen playing on the line, like, who's going to go get the front of the net? Who's going to go get the puck? And I think that's important to realize that Nick is that guy. And I think he's going to be pumped up playing against his younger brother, too.
Yeah, good call. All right, Troy, have a great call. We'll talk in the first intermission.
Why, thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show. John Weideman and Troy Murray have the call coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Whether it's a plumbing emergency or just a simple repair like a clogged toilet, Plumbers 911 is your source for the best licensed plumbers. Every plumber has background checks, insurance, and 10,000 hours of training. When you call 1-833-PLUM-911, you'll be connected with one of Chicagoland's most trusted contractors, like PJF Plumbing and Heating in Long Grove. Wherever you are, a Plumbers 911 contractor is always close by. Call 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
Your company can save money by becoming more energy efficient. In fact, the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program can help your business find up to 35% in energy savings, resulting in lower energy costs. At ComEd, we're not just moving toward a clean energy future. We're powering the future of your business. Sign up for your free facility assessment at ComEd.com/poweringbiz. Terms and conditions apply. Offers are subject to change. Actual savings will vary by customer's usage and rate. The ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is funded in compliance with state law.
Hey, it's Steve Bertrand here for Window Nation. You know, experts say that heating costs are increasing up to 23% this winter. And if your windows aren't from Window Nation, your money is literally going out your windows. They've got some of the best insulated windows, so your heat stays inside. And right now, get these amazing windows at 50% off. Plus, you could save even more with 0% interest for 5 years. But you better hurry. The sale ends November 30th. You can schedule a fast in-home estimate right now at 866-90Nation or go to windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi, my entire family's obsessed with all things Wicked, but my kids can't stop watching the trailer, and now they're having a Wicked-themed sleepover. Do you think our internet can handle all of the streaming and memeing going on?
Well, we've engineered our Xfinity gateways to handle hundreds of devices at once, so they can all stay magically connected.
Wow. Are you a wizard?
I wish. No, just someone that won't let a bad connection burst your internet bubble.
Now through December 22nd, get Thrillifyingly fast 150 megabit Xfinity internet for just $35 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and free Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com to switch today. Keep the magic going from your screen to the big screen and see Wicked. Only in theaters November 22nd. Restrictions apply. Requires privilege bill and auto stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply. Currently $56 a month for internet service and $15 for Wi-Fi equipment. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed.
Before and after every Bears game, tune into Happen OB right here on 720 WGN.
It's go time.
Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, official truck partner of the Chicago Bears.
BLACKHAWKS hockey. Hockey. It's emotional. It's taxing. It takes every ounce of mental and physical strength you have.
Works it around to the near side. Kept in at the point by Joe. Put it down to the corner. Donato fired to score! Tyler Bertuzzi and the Blackhawks have tied the score with 30 seconds left.
And then it asks for more.
Here's Donato taking the puck at center ice over the king line for the win. Down the left wing side to the slot. Digs, and shoots. He scores! Hawks win! Hawks win! Ryan Donato, the man of the hour!
Chicago Blackhawks hockey starts now. Welcome the Chicago Blackhawks radio broadcast team, Troy Murray and John Whiteman.
Chicago Blackhawks are back on home ice for a showdown with a division rival who have been sneaky good this season, home or road. For the Hawks to return to a winning way here at the United Center tonight, they'll have to shut down the NHL's leading scorer along with the rest of the Minnesota Wild. No mean feat. Hi again, everyone. John Whiteman along with Troy Murray and Charlie Rameliotis. We want to welcome you into our broadcast this evening. The Blackhawks and the Minnesota Wild. And Troy, not for the greatness of the Winnipeg Jets, who, by the way, set an NHL record for winning 14 of their first 15 games. No NHL team has ever done that in the history of the league, so congrats to the Jets right off the top. But the Minnesota Wild, boy, have they been good. 7-1-1 on the road. And a lot of people are picking this team now to go a long way based on what they've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's talking about the Minnesota Wild. Well, they are, but everybody's focused on what Winnipeg has done to start the season. Incredible run that they've been on. But for Minnesota, they've had a tough schedule too as well. They've played a lot of their games on the road. This isn't a team that's had an easy start to this season, but boy, they've gone about their business after not making the playoffs last year for the first time in 6 years. So, this is a team that really has a lot of belief. They've got one of the great stars of today's game, and Kirill Kaprizov. And he has just been fantastic for the Wild so far this year. And that's one guy they're really going to have to keep an eye on tonight.
Kirill the Thrill for sure. Well, who's going to deliver for the Blackhawks? It's sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacompanihome.com. I'm going with Patrick Maroon, who is a former Minnesota Wild. The Blackhawks are his 8th NHL team. But Maroon was sat for a game, and I believe he might have something to prove. And so I think that's going to happen here tonight. That's why I'm going with Patrick Maroon. Keys for tonight's game are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. And Troy, as always, has those keys.
Well, the first key is you have to have the consistency in the game. You got to manage the puck well. The structure of what Luke Richardson wants this team has been kind of vacant the last couple of games. So get back to that structure. That's the first key. The second key, well, you got to keep an eye on Kaprizov. That line of him, along with Marco Rossi and Zuccarello, have been lighting it up as of late. Kaprizov second in the league in scoring. Trying to keep an eye on him. And the third key, something that Charlie and I talked in the pregame show about, is they going to start winning their share of faceoffs.
I'm with you there. Wild have a number of good face-off men. Marco Rossi, their young phenom, who's now centering their top line, his face-off prowess has elevated from below 50% when he first joined the National Hockey League to above 60%, or almost there anyway, but he's been very, very good, and a big reason why that line succeeds. So it's the Blackhawks and the Minnesota Wild, and the Blackhawks have not beaten the Minnesota Wild in 12 games, folks. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the Blackhawks are on a streak of 0-9-3 against their division rival. You wonder, will tonight be the lucky number 13, game number 13 between these two teams? I guess we'll have to see. Who are you banking on, Troy Murray? Sponsored by Marquette Bank, Love where you bank, celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking. Who do you like?
Well, I'm going to go with Nick Foligno. Tried to poison his brother last night, having dinner at his house last night. Appears that it didn't work because he's in the lineup for tonight, but I think that big brother is going to want to get the best of the little brother here and set the tone in this game.
All right, I like that thinking. Well, we're going to send it down to ice level now, as tonight's presentation of the national anthem is proudly sponsored by C.R. Leonard Plumbing, a proud partner of Plumbers 911. And for the anthem, as always, we will join the best in the business, standing on the red carpet that extends out from the penalty bench, along with some very special guests. Hawks fans, please enjoy our anthem.
National anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner wave, for the land of free and the home of the
Military Appreciation Night. Did he belt it out? Jim Cornelison with our Star Spangled Banner. Makes the hairs stand up on the back of your neck, you know, Charlie? Wow. All right. Here are tonight's starting lineups. They're sponsored by the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council. Strong alone, unstoppable together. For the Minnesota Wild, it's going to be Philip Gustafson in goal. He's never lost to the Blackhawks, 3-0-0. At defense are Jonas Brodin and Jared Spurgeon. Up front from left to right for the Wild, Marcus Johansson starts at left wing. Centering the Wild's opening line is Joel Eriksson-Ek. And starting at the right wing is going to be Matt Boldy. And for the Blackhawks, starting in goal, Peter Mrazek in his career against the Minnesota Wild, 4-5-0. At defense for the Hawks are Wyatt Kaiser and Seth Jones. Up front from left to right, as Corey Crawford is welcomed back into the building. Very cool. Taylor Hall starts at left wing. Philip Kurashev centers the Hawks opening line. Tyler Bertuzzi starts at the right wing. Referees tonight are Tom Schmalewski and Kyle Raymond. Handling the lines are Ryan Jackson and David Breezeball. We're set to play some Sunday night hockey here at the United Center. The barn's pretty full. This should be a good one. Down to center ice we go. Eriksson-Ek and Kurashev on the opening faceoff. The drop of the puck in the Wild control. The Wild blue line on the right wing side. Spurgeon takes the puck. Hands it out to Johansson at center ice. Slings it down into the Hawk zone. Here's Boldy with it in the right wing corner. He had a career season last year. Got it to Johansson behind the Hawk net. He came out the far side and tried a backhanded wraparound that was stopped. And Bertuzzi the other way to center ice on the right wing. He backhands the puck across the rink. And with a pseudo baseball swing, Spurgeon knocks it down for his Wild teammates. And now Spurgeon has the puck in the circle to the right of Gustafson. Passing up ice, Johansson into the Hawk zone. He'll fire off a shot. Jones got a stick in there, deflecting that one up and out of play. No score in the hockey game. Welcome back, bud. Well, not that you ever went anywhere.
I don't know. Yeah. It sounds like I went on vacation or something.
Yeah, how was it? Was it the beach? Was it warm?
It was sunny where I was.
Great, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Good to see Corey Crawford in the house.
Sure is. Stanley Cups in 2013 and 2015. The guy affectionately known as Crow. And now off the next sequence of play, Kaprizov hammers a shot from the right circle, and another goaltender for the Blackhawks. This one, Peter Mrazek, makes a left pad save. Play back in the Wild zone now between the circles. Brock Faber sends it ahead up the left wing. Jacob Middleton at center ice. Then head into the Hawk zone. This is off of Rossi's stick. Around it comes to the near side. Joey Anderson picks it up. Anderson at center ice. He'll dump the puck into the left wing corner in the Minnesota zone. Circling in to get it. Dickinson to Anderson, left corner. Fed it over, right circle. Teravainen fires. Now blocker save made by Gustafson. Loose puck gathered in by Teravainen. It was a bouncing puck. Foligno in the back. Puck tumbles wide, and the puck is chopped off of Nick Foligno's stick down ice into the Wild zone. Jonas Brodin gives chase. Hit the puck over near corner to Spurgeon. To Brodin back of the Wild net, and he'll skate it out. Passing ahead to the Hawk blue line, former Hawk Ryan Hartman. Checked by Nolan Allen as puck tumbles into the Hawk zone. Patrick Maroon back to get it. Over to Alex Vlasic. Going to pass up the left wing Allen to Donato. Ryan Donato over the Wild line, left wing side. Shot it across, intended for Patrick Maroon, but the Wild's young player, Murat Husnidinov, got a stick in there and deflected it up and out of play. Whistle stop play, 17:29 left in period number one. Scoreless, Hawks and Wild.
I think that actually was Ryan Hartman who came back and he dove and redirected that puck up into the crowd here at the United Center. Excellent effort by Ryan Hartman. Proud new papa this summer.
Yeah. See that? Native of the western suburbs.
Yeah, just a reminder that all reviews in tonight's game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, with more nationally ranked specialties than any other hospital in Illinois by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
Back in the Wild zone, John Merrill recently readmitted to the Wild lineup, sent the puck down to the Hawk blue line. Seth Jones sent it back to center ice, and it's brought back into the Hawk zone by Matt Boldy. Actually, Yakov Trenin, my mistake. Offside are the Wild. So we get a whistle, and we'll have a face-off out at center ice just outside the Hawk blue line.
And this reminder, for every Blackhawks goal, Marquette Bank is donating $80 to a local charity to celebrate 80 years of neighborhood banking and giving back to the community. We're going to keep an eye on the face-offs in this game. Minnesota a skosh better than what the Blackhawks are. Is the Blackhawks' third worst percentage in the NHL, only at 29% in that game against the Dallas Stars. Basically chased the puck off every face-off, and that is not what you want to have happen.
Hawks are 0 for 2 so far. Going to be Connor Bedard facing off with Yakov Trenin. Played a number of years with the Nashville Predators, and Bedard wins this face-off back into the Hawk zone to TJ Brody. Whips it over on the left wing side. Nolan Allen at center ice, and he'll fire the puck down the boards in behind the Wild net. Gustafson stopping it back there from Merrill. Hands it to Bogosian. He'll wind it up the right wing side to Husnudinov. He's into the Hawk zone and then stripped for the puck by Lucas Reichel. And Reichel and Husnudinov battle in behind the net. TJ Brody reaching in, pulls the puck out, swept it up the far boards, not out. Now Brody kicks the puck to center ice. All alone with it over the center ice circle, Connor Bedard. Sent the puck over front of the benches for Reichel. He tried to hand it back to Bedard. This deflects instead back into the Wild zone, and the Wild take it back. Here's Brock Faber with it along the right side boards. He finished as the runner-up for the Calder voting to the Blackhawks, Connor Bedard. He made a pass, did Faber, up the right wing side, and this misses everybody and goes down, and icing is called against Minnesota.
Certainly not going to argue the fact that Connor Bedard didn't deserve the Calder trophy, but a lot of people around the NHL look at some of the underlying numbers of what Brock Faber did last year, the minutes that he played, his plus-minus compared to Connor Bedard's plus-minus, played basically the entire season. And, some good arguments there that he's an excellent player.
Penalty coming up here to the Wild. Taylor Hall was tripped, and now Jacob Middleton touches the puck in behind the Wild net, and the whistle blows. And we'll see which one of the Wild. I believe Joel Eriksson-Ek is going to get the gate. He's big for their PK.
He's one of their top face-off guys. He's one of their PK guys. Also got 5 goals on the season. Excellent two-way forward. So he sits in the box. The Blackhawks on the Sitco power play. When you start with Sitco, you're good to go. The special teams in this game really could come into play here. Blackhawks 10 for 45 on the power play, exactly what Minnesota is as well, 10 for 45. Blackhawks 1 for 3 the other day against the Dallas Stars. That was a goal by Bertuzzi.
Draw one by the Wild. Brodin with the puck behind his net will drive it around the left wing glass and all the way down. Mrazek stopping the puck, put it in behind the Hawk net. Seth Jones there. Now Reichel attacking through center ice. Got the puck into the Wild zone to the left wing corner. Brodin pokes it away to Bogosian, who hands it beside the Wild net to Jakub Lauko, and he'll skate it up the right wing side and then send it off the right side glass and down behind the Hawk net. Tyler Bertuzzi sweeping in to get it. Hands the puck ahead up the right wing. Connor Bedard on the wild line to Ryan Donato, firing from the left circle, and a chest save is made by the goaltender Gustafson. Bedard worked it free. Reichel left point to Seth Jones with his feet standing on the blue line. Deep slot. Moves it over top of the left wing circle. Bedard, he'll cut through the high slot with the puck. Give it to Bertuzzi, right circle. Back to Bedard near the right point. He'll move into the right wing circle, controlling the puck now to the corner. Sets up the right point. Reichel back to Bedard, right circle. Sweeps it in front of the net, just past the outstretched stick of Ryan Donato, taken away by Faber, and he'll clear it up the right side and down.
I'd like to find a way that Connor Bedard can get more shots from higher scoring areas on the man advantage. Seems like he kind of corners himself a little bit too much.
Now the puck shot around from behind the Wild net by Bogosian. This is past the stick of Patrick Maroon, standing at the left point and all the way down. 25 seconds left on the Hawk power play. Alex Vlasic leading the rush. Hands it ahead here into the Wild zone. Craig Smith, right point. Spins it down behind the net. Into the near corner it goes. And Bogosian snapped it off the corner glass. And the puck ends up leaving the ice surface. We'll get a whistle and a face-off inside the Wild zone to the right of Gustafson with 15 seconds on the Hawk power play.
Minnesota started off the season horrifically on the PK. They're 27th overall, but 9 for 9 in the last 2 games. Good thing for them, though. They're the 4th least penalized team in the NHL, only 33 times short 34, and they make that now with Eriksson Ek in the box.
Gaudreau, Frederick Gaudreau, going to be tossed out of there. Taylor Hall step in and take this draw against the Wild's Yakov Trenin. All happening to the right of Gustafson. And Trenin slings the draw over to the far corner. Middleton there for the Wild. Clears it off the left sideboards and down. 8 seconds left on the power play. If the Hawks hurry, they'll get one last rush. Vlasic leading at the center ice to Taylor Hall over the Wild line on the left wing. Was bumped off the puck. Faber the other way as the Wild come to full strength into the Hawk zone. Vlasic back to take the puck away, and then he is tripped, and the Wild are going back to the penalty kill. This penalty happening at 5:50 of period number 1. Hawks' second Sitco power play of the night. When you start with Sitco, you're good to go.
Well, I timed it last time. They lost the face-off. And Nick Foligno is no longer on the face-off or on the power play unit, so Donato looks like he's going to take the draw. He lost the first one. It took them 40 seconds to get back into the offensive zone and set it up. 40 seconds because they lost the face-off. That's a huge part of the penalty kill if you guys can win face-off. Eriksson Ek up against Donato.
Drop of the puck, the Hawks control. Seth Jones at the line. Moves it over Reichel. Along the right boards, back to Jones. Now high slot area, back to Reichel. Top of the right wing circle. Had trouble with the puck, got it back. Flips it to Jones near the left point. Hands the puck to Bedard beside the left circle against the board. Slings it over. Reichel right circle fires from a tough angle. Then never got through to the net. Reichel got it back in the corner. Now Bedard launches a shot from the top of the left circle over the net around the boards. Kept in right point Jones to Bedard, carrying through the high slot over into the right wing circle. He's going to hand it off to Reichel, who just let the puck go by. Bedard reclaims it from the right corner, fires from the right circle. Chest save is made by Gustafson. The puck cleared out the center ice by Bogosian. 1:15 on the Hawk power play. Seth Jones at center ice. Hands it off on the left wing side, Ryan Donato. He'll sling the puck back across the rink. Tyler Bertuzzi, front of the benches. Will wind it up back to the Hawk blue line, then through center and in over the Wild blue line. His stick is lifted, and Husnadinov of the Wild will clear the puck all the way down. 54 seconds left on the Hawk power play. Vlasic claims the puck behind the Hawk net. Passing on the left wing, Taylor Hall at center ice. Works it in over the Wild line on the right wing to Craig Smith. Passes it to the right point, Vlasic down to Taylor Hall, right circle. To Teuvo Teravainen, bottom of the right circle. He put it now to the slot. Craig Smith fires a shot that goes wide. Smith then recovers the puck left wing corner. Tried to leave it there for Maroon. Picked off by Middleton of the Wild. Head to Jakub Blanco. He'll skate with the puck into the Hawk zone. Stop at the right point. And then try and clear it down the boards. This is picked off by Vlasic. Vlasic then sends a pass up the right wing side into the skates of Hall. This deflects onto the stick of Bogosian, and he'll clear it down. 10 seconds left on the Hawk power play. They're in their last rush. Vlasic leading it in over the Wild line down the left wing. Bumped off the puck behind the net by Brodin. Bogosian to the puck. Had it knocked off his stick. Hustling play by Taylor Hall, who fights through traffic. Wild come to full strength. Hall around to the right wing boards. Will hand it there to Connor Murphy. Murphy down to the right wing corner. Will drop it back to the right point. Jason Dickinson. Wyatt Kaiser deep slot to Hall. Left circle. Tried to close in and fire. Batted off his stick. Back to Kaiser. Hammers one off the end boards, but it bounces out. Bogosian's got the puck in behind the Wild net. Over to Brodin. He'll move it up the right wing side to Marcus Foligno at center ice. He chips the puck off the board deep into the Hawk zone. Murphy to get it. Rocked by Marcus Foligno with a body check, but moves a pass up the left wing to Dickinson. Now to Kurashev through center ice and over the Wild blue line. Dumps the puck to the right wing corner. Got to it there. Stabs it behind the net. Left corner to Anderson. He tried to flip it out to the left point for Kaiser, but the pass missed, and it goes all the way down into the Hawk end. Kaiser bats it behind the net around at the right wing boards. John Merrill for the Wild took it at the left point. Spins it back in behind the Hawk net. Around it goes to Kaiser, ahead to Dickinson. Firing it down ice into the Wild zone. The goaltender Gustafson played the puck, so no possibility of icing. Merrill in front of the Wild net with a pass to Eriksson Ek. Hawk line left wing. Hit by Seth Jones as he dumps the puck over to the right wing corner. Johansson there to Faber, moving into the high slot. He fires, and Reichel got in front of that, deflecting that one up into the protected netting. No score with 10:51 left in period number 1 here at the United Center. Hawks and Wild. Glad you could join us, and we'll be back after this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Need health insurance? It's open enrollment for the Get Covered Illinois Marketplace. Our Get Covered Illinois navigators will help you enroll in a quality health plan, and you could qualify for financial help. 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Essential benefits cover prescription drugs, emergency care, health screenings, and more. Visit getcoveredillinois.gov to enroll in a plan by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Your radio home for the Hawks, Cats, and the NFL, WGN. Now back to the game.
All of tonight's Blackhawks insurance goals are sponsored by getcoveredillinois.gov. Your health coverage starts here. John Weideman, Troy Murray, Charlie Romeliotis at the United Center. No score in this one. Hawks 0 for 2 on the Citgo power play. Just under 11 minutes to go here in period number 1.
Face off to the left of Mrazek. It's controlled by the Hawks. Alex Vlasic tried to pitch the puck up the boards. Taken back by the Wild. Rossi with a snapshot from the right circle and a blocker save made by Mrazek. Now loose puck at the line. Poked to center ice by Dickinson. Ahead to Teravainen. Give and go to Anderson. Back to Teravainen in the slot. To Dickinson in front. He shoots. It's kicked out of there with a split save made by Gustafsson. And now puck taken back by Anderson. Right wing corner. Whips it behind the Wild net to the left point. Vlasic misplayed it at the line and pulled the puck back to center ice. Hawks regroup. Dickinson now past Anderson over the Wild line on the left wing. Backhands the puck off the inboards around up the far side. Middleton has the puck for the Wild at the Minnesota blue line. Steps ahead and lifts it down into the Hawk zone. Nolan Allen there for the Hawks. Passing up ice. The pass just hopped over the stick of Ryan Donato and goes down beside the Wild net. Else Donato would have had a breakaway. In behind the Wild net, Craig Smith. He got it to Maroon. He'll fire from the left circle. And Gustafsson down with a butterfly save. Will hold the puck in the glove and the whistle will stop play. 9:48 now left in period number 1 here at the UC. Hawks and Wild, no score. Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey Blackhawks fans, this is Andreas Athanasiou, and you're listening to WGN Radio.
You ever have one of those days where 1 p.m. just sneaks up on you? You're running around, checking off that to-do list, and suddenly, bam, it's lunchtime, and you're hungry. That's why I hit up McDonald's for the $6 Daily Double Meal Deal. I can get all my faves, a juicy Daily Double, crispy 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, and a small soft drink for just $6. Easy? Yep. Fast? Sure is. Delicious? Yes. One meal to rule them all. The $6 Daily Double Meal Deal. Only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with another offer or combo meal.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of 4 Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Do you have a plumbing emergency? Call 4 Seasons. An electrical emergency? Call 4 Seasons. A heating or cooling emergency? Call 4 Seasons. Same-day hot water tank installation needed? Call 4 Seasons. Need a whole home generator? Call 4 Seasons. We guarantee same-day installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. And no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Sunday morning. You can smell it. Game day. And the brisket you've been smoking since last night. A day to be with family, aka fellow football fans. Traditions make Sundays easy to enjoy. Beers do too. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Got an old car taking up space? Call 847-608-4700. Global Auto Recyclers will haul it away and pay you cash in a flash.
This reminder that Chicago Blackhawks hockey is sponsored by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Learn more at comed.com/poweringbiz.
Those of you listening might be able to hear applause, people clapping all around us, and that's because Military Appreciation Night. Men and women of our military are going to be honored here tonight throughout the evening. So from time to time, you're going to hear some applause, and some of it's going to be coming from this broadcaster. You get a whistle stopping play as Ryan Donato entered the Wild zone. Play was ruled offside. Faceoff will come out to center ice. Donato having a conversation with the linesman about how he was juggling the puck on his stick as he crossed the blue line.
Well, just don't ask me what offside is and what it isn't offside.
I'll just ask you for the time after the Blackhawks score.
Yeah.
Troy, don't make it easy.
No idea what some of the rules are and how they interpret it. And that's kind of unanimous across the league that most of the broadcasters they listen to, the writers as well, just a little confused as far as the clarity of the letter of the law of being offside in today's game.
See a lot of looks of wonderment and people with their hands to their sides, with their palms skyward going, okay, what was that? As Mrazek settles the puck down in the Hawk crease and holds on to it there. We'll get a whistle and a face-off in the circle to his right. In defense of the linesmen and the officials, though, Troy, and you said it a number of times, I echo your sentiments. They got the hardest job in the game, and they do a great job every game. So,
you know, the offside rule, the review of the offside was to kind of, the intent was to pick up the obvious offsides that just weren't picked up, but exactly what is offside? You got to go by the letter of the rule. And puck was shot, deflected up into the netting off the faceoff, and you can't fault the linesmen. They're just doing what they're told, and they look at it and puck possession, whatever it is. You know, does he touch up? These rules are all foreign to way that I played the game way back when, and even the Blackhawks coaching staff really didn't understand the rule on that. And that's the way it is across the league. But it's a tough call for the linesman.
Now right in front of the Hawk net. Hartman had a loose puck, but a nice defensive play again by Allen to chop it off his stick. Taylor Hall enters the Wild zone down the left wing with the puck and lost it in on goal. Stroked away by Gustafson with the stick, but right to Kurashev along the left boards, and he tried to send the puck. Picked off by Spurgeon to the Wild. They'll move it ahead now to the Hawk blue line. And Marcus Foligno is pushed into the Hawk zone with the backside of Tyler Bertuzzi, and the play is ruled offside.
But did he have possession?
Good question. I couldn't see. The boards obscured my view. But the linesman saw it. So
it is Military Appreciation Night. So support our military heroes with the Blackhawks Limited Edition Military Appreciation Collection. Proceeds assist the recovery of wounded service members and veterans. Shop now at cbhshop.com. Highly recommend you check it out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And by the way, thank you to all the men and women in our armed forces for all of your dedicated and courageous service to our country. I know that everybody in this booth appreciates it, and I would think to a person, everybody in this building appreciates all that you do. Thank you very much. Here's Kaprizov into the Hawk zone to the left point. Tried to flip the puck in front of the net. Alex Vlasic put his size 13s on the ice and kicked the puck free. He'll claim it on the near boards. Skate it to center ice up the left wing. Drives it down the boards, down into the Wild zone. Around it goes to the far side. Teravainen tried to get to the puck. Had it knocked off his stick, and then the Wild are back the other way. Marco Rossi.
Chicago's going to get a penalty coming up here. It's going to be Dickinson for tripping.
And the Wild goaltender Gustafson is on the Minnesota bench. The Wild now attack Mats Zuccarello. Passing ahead to the Hawk blue line. Bouncing puck now corralled by Dickinson. And the whistle blows. And as Troy told you, Dickinson will now head to the penalty box. Serve 2 minutes. We'll find out why in a moment.
It's a tripping call.
16 has a 2-minute minor for tripping.
So Minnesota, a power play goal in each of the past 2 games. As I mentioned, it's the exact same numbers coming into this game as the Blackhawks. 10 for 45, 22%. Right around 10th in the league.
Now a face-off to the right of Mrazek. The Wild control. Matt Boldy with the puck now to the right wing corner, Hawk zone. Holding it there, put it out to Faber, right point. He'll walk it through to the deep slot. Give it now to Boldy, top of the right wing circle. Guns it in front of the net. He was looking for a redirection play. That went wide off Kaprizov's stick. Here's Kaprizov with the puck in the left circle. Put it over top of the right circle. Matt Boldy. Down to the left wing corner. Pass to Kaprizov. Back to Boldy to the high slot now, Faber. Faber turning away from traffic. Will back up to the blue line. Give it to Zuccarello in the left wing circle. That's Zuccarello now left wing corner. Tried to flip it back to the point to Boldy and did. And Boldy lost the puck in the left wing corner off the poke checking, I should say, from Seth Jones. Rolls behind the net. Nick Foligno to it. Swats it around but not out. Eriksson Echo on the right boards. To Faber right point. High slot now to Boldy. Over to Zuccarello on the right circle, and he'll fire a shot. Kaiser got a stick in there, deflecting that one out of play.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wyatt Kaiser has quietly really established himself as an NHL defenseman here. He's on the penalty kill, playing some big minutes with Seth Jones, all different situations. Frees up Vlasic to play with Connor Murphy in a little bit of a different role. Interesting to see when Martinez comes back, how they kind of figure out what they're going to do with their D guys. That's been a big loss for the Blackhawks, Martinez. I mean, just stabilized everything at the beginning of the season. Everything was heading in the right direction, and all of a sudden he goes down, and you're kind of scrambling with some depth on the blue line.
Boy, he was just a shot-blocking machine. I mean, so great to see that kind of contribution. Here now a shot from the line by Zuccarello. Stick save made by Mrazek. Eriksson Ek with a turn and spin and fire shot type of maneuver, and that was blocked. The puck spun all the way down by Anderson. 37 seconds left on the Wild power play. Brock Faber's got the puck between the circles in the Wild zone. He'll skate it to his line. Drop it behind himself to the oncoming Marcus Johansson. He's through center ice and over the Hawk line down the left wing to the corner. A little back pass is picked off by Nick Foligno. Racing up ice with Kurashev in over the Wild line. Foligno right circle. Turning away with the puck. Dumps it to the right wing corner to Kurashev. Kurashev tried to keep it away from a couple of Wild players. He lost it up the boards, but Nick Foligno there will backhand it down behind the Wild net. That'll kill off some important time. 3 seconds, 2, 1. The Hawks have come to full strength. Good penalty kill for the Hawks. Spurgeon now to the Hawk blue line. Lifts it down to the end boards. Puck bounces behind the net. Allen pokes it up the left wing side and then got the puck back and swings it ahead at center ice, intended for Hall. It's taken away, however, by Hartman. Over to Brodin. And a pass across the rink. Hartman, Hawk line right wing. Spins it rink wide for Husnadinov in front of the benches. He'll flip it back to the Wild line to Brodin. He tried to hand it ahead at the Hawk line. Lucas Reichel pokes it back down to the Wild blue line. The Wild get it back and they'll regroup. Now a missed pass by Brodin. Ends up the near boards to center ice, and Reichel takes possession for the Hawks. Put it back into the Hawk zone. TJ Brody there at the line. Headman pass was intended for Hall into the Wild zone. Batted away by Brodin ahead to Yakov Trenin. He's through center ice over the Hawk line on the left wing. Cuts back through the high slot into the right circle and backhands a shot on goal. And a kick save is made by Mrazek. Then Husnadinov and Hall battle for the puck along the near boards. Tumbles down to Allen. Put it behind the net to Jones. Far corner Hawk in. Spins it up ice to Reichel at the Wild blue line. He is bothered by 2 Wild players and coughed up the puck. John Merrill from Minnesota will dump the puck to the left wing corner Hawk zone. Donato took it back behind the net, leaving it there for Seth Jones. Passing up the right wing, Ryan Donato at the Hawk blue line. Donato in front of the benches, ridden off the puck. Big Patrick Maroon in to take it. To Seth Jones at center ice on the left wing, and he'll backhand it down the boards in behind the Wild net. Gustafson, the goaltender, out to play it. Leaves it behind the net now to Bogosian. Passing up the right side, Rossi, center ice to Kaprizov over the Hawk line on the right wing. He'll flip the puck in front of the net, looking for a teammate. It sails over everybody's stick. Donato back the other way. Crossing the Minnesota line on the right wing. Put the puck down to the corner. Faber was hit there by Craig Smith, but pokes the puck behind the Wild net. Up the near side it goes, and Kaprizov's down it through center ice. In over the Hawk line, down the right wing. Vlasic reaching in, pulled the puck out. Moves it up the left wing glass. Dickinson center ice. He'll clear it off that same glass and down in behind the Wild net. Joey Anderson in to get it in his skates, leaving it for Dickinson in the right wing corner. And Dickinson was bothered there by Rossi. Puck comes free along the shelf. And Kaprizov takes the puck and swings it across the rink. This will bank out of the Wild zone. Vlasic drives it back down the boards into the Wild end. Puck circles the net, ends up on the right wing side. Dickinson has it. Crosses to the slot and fires. He scores! Jason Dickinson, his second goal on the season. Took an opportune bounce of the puck out of the corner, and he knew what to do with it. Crossing the slot, he fired through a screen and past Gustafson. It's 1-0 Hawks.
Boy, I was looking at Dickinson when he gets this puck, and looks like he had an opportunity to shoot it. He hung on a little bit longer, went into the middle of the ice area, and then all of a sudden, because Zuccarello was scrambling around, and he's not a defenseman, Brock Faber created a screen out high, and Zuccarello was standing right on top of his goaltender. Doesn't see this shot coming through from Dickinson. Blackhawks up 1-0 with that nice individual effort there by Jason Dickinson, and it's time to break out the Bandito. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila. Hawks strike first.
Dickinson from Teravainen at 16:44 of period number 1. I'm not exactly sure they're going to give an assist to Teuvo Teravainen, but it looked like he was able to somehow move the puck to Dickinson. We'll have to wait and see. Back at the Hawk line. Reichel to a loose puck. Skating it ahead to the Wild line, trying to pass it off. It's picked off by the Wild. They come back up ice. Johansson into the Hawk zone, right point. He is hit by Reichel, but put the puck down in behind the net. There to get it, Mrazek, put it over the near corner. And Kaiser passing up ice. Here's Foligno into the Wild zone on the left wing side. Winds it down the boards in behind the net, and the Wild will get the puck back. John Merrill, the circle to the left of Gustafson. Passing up the left wing side to Foligno, Marcus Foligno. This is the Hawk blue line. Taken away by Kurashev to Taylor Hall. Racing through center over the Wild line on the left wing. Drop pass for Kurashev is off his stick. The other way come the Wild. Gaudreau passing it ahead. Marcus Foligno, Hawk blue line. Send it down to the inboards, Hawk zone. No one Allen takes a hit, but winds it around the left wing side to Kurashev. To TJ Brody. He gains the Wild zone and dumps it off the right side glass down behind the net. Kurashev fishes it free, put it to the right wing corner to Hall. Hit pretty hard there by Marcus Foligno and goes down. Wild come back up ice. Ryan Hartman to the Hawk blue line. Dumping the puck to the right wing corner, Hawk in. Murphy there to take the hit and moving out at the left wing at center ice to Bertuzzi. Head to Dickinson. He'll stick it off the boards and down behind the Wild net. The Wild reclaim the puck. 1:29 left in the first. The Hawks won and the Wild no score. Here's Brock Faber to the Minnesota blue line. Passing it ahead up the left wing from Middleton. All he can do is reach out and poke it down into the Hawks zone. The Hawks clear their end. Classic racing up ice into the Wild zone. Firing from the left wing side. Pad save Gustafson from the right wing sideboard. Here's a pass in front by Teravainen to Vlasic, and he shot it over the net. Loose puck in the far corner. Middleton pokes it in behind the Wild net. Faber in the near corner. Passing up the right side. Rossi at the Wild blue line. A little handoff now to Zuccarello. Over the Hawk line. Down the right wing to the corner. Tried to center the puck. Ends up behind the Hawk net on his stick. Put it out to the left point. Brodin now to the right point. Spurgeon. Long shot from there. It looked like Vlasic got in front of that. Wild's Kaprizov took the puck back in the right wing corner. We have 37 seconds left in period 1. Now at the left point. Here's Zuccarello firing it off the glass behind the Hawk net. Uncle Rossi there. Took it, fed it up the slot. Right onto the stick of the Hawks, Jason Dickinson. He'll skate the puck to center ice. And was turned back to the Hawk blue line. He'll drop the puck down between the circles, Hawk zone. Kaiser will skate it out to center. Whips it down the left side glass, in behind the Wild net to the far corner. Bogosian sent it back in behind, around to Kaiser left point. He flips the puck across into the right wing corner. It was intended for Maroon. Bogosian took it instead, driving the puck around the right side. Trennan into the Hawk zone. Trennan could not get clear to get a shot away. He fires one after the horn, and it sails harmlessly high and wide. So 20 minutes are in the books, and the Blackhawks will take a 1-0 lead into the dressing rooms. Low shots on goal total for period number 1. Only 12 shots total. The Hawks had 7. The Wild had 5. The period ended up going the way the Hawks had hoped.
Well, Charlie and I were talking about at the beginning about, having the road mentality coming into this game, just keeping it simple. And I thought the Blackhawks did a pretty good job of that. Didn't turn pucks over at the blue line. Did a pretty decent job of executing what they wanted to do on their own end of the ice, limiting, as you mentioned, the Wild only 5 shots on goal. Adding one even strength goal by Jason Dickinson, an unassisted goal as it stands right now. But that's a pretty solid period. And Luke Richardson talked about, the red hot line of Marco Rossi, Zuccarello, and Kaprizov. With the last line change, they can get Dickinson's line out there. And that's the matchup you want. And Dickinson scored against that line when they were out there. So well done by the Dickinson line to get the job done defensively and then punch in a little bit offense as well.
Chemistry is kind of a funny thing when it comes to lines and their composition. It seems like that line has a decent amount of chemistry. The one that Dickinson's playing on with Teravainen.
Well, we're going to have Teravainen as our guest here, hopefully, and we can ask him about that. It's a line that was just put together, but there's a lot of familiarity between Dickinson and Joey Anderson, who plays that really smart type of road game, really reliable. I'm not going to add a ton of offense, but when you play the right way, you have your structure in your game, you're going to get those opportunities because you're forechecking the right way, you're putting pucks in deep the right way, and those are the little things that both Dickinson and Joey Anderson can do, and then Teuvo Teravainen adds a little bit of dynamics to that line.
Hawks have been somewhat active blocking shots, Troy. They've got 5 so far. Alex Vlasic had occasion to get in there with his stick and deflect a few here and there, but the bottom line is they're getting in front of pucks and doing what's necessary when the other team's got some decent scoring chance.
Yeah, you want to keep them to the outside. You want to be between your opponent and the net. And if you're in there and you stay in the shooting lanes, a lot of times they won't take that shot because they're worried it's going to get blocked, and you'll force them to make that extra play. But also you're in good defensive positioning when you're in between the forward and your netminder. You keep them to the outside.
Peter Mrazek, by the way, only 5 shots against by the Wild, but plenty of traffic. And of the 5 he's had to stop, he's looked pretty solid in net, as we've kind of become accustomed to expecting with him. Let's go downstairs and join our guest. It's Teuvo Teravainen. And Teuvo, we are grateful to you for being our guest here in the intermission. You came back to Chicago, and you've joined the Blackhawks again after going away to Carolina for several years. You won a Stanley Cup here in 2015. How's the experience been coming back here so far?
It's been good. I'm excited. Excited to be back here. There's a lot of good players here. We got a good team. We just have to get better as a team, and we're in the right path today.
Teuvo, one of the things that Charlie and I were talking about in the pregame show is bringing a little bit of simplicity to the game here on home ice like you would have on the road there. Now you've got some different line combinations. You're playing with Dickinson Anderson. You guys resulted in the first goal. Talk about the mentality that you guys have coming into this game, trying to simplify it yet play with a lot of structure.
Yeah, especially home, you have to play good. You have to start on time and set the tone, and did a pretty good job there. We got a couple power plays. We didn't score, but created some momentum, and we got the first goal.
Teuvo, is there anything you guys can do differently as a group within the locker room, whether it's the coaching staff or not, to get off to these better starts that you're looking for?
It's just everybody has to prepare for the game, and just do whatever you have to do to get ready. And it's all about the experience and getting together a little bit more.
Teuvo, your line with Dickinson and Joey Anderson counting on to play up against the Rossi line, the number 1 line for Minnesota in this game, as much as possible with the last line change. What is the dynamics involved in the line that you're going to be playing on now different than what you would be doing if you're with a guy like Connor Bedard?
Yeah, it's a big responsibility playing against the best players on their team, I feel like. So you got to be smart every shift, play solid defense, and you're going to get some offense too after.
All right, Teuvo, thanks for joining us here in the intermission, man. Go get some fluids and go get them in the second period.
All right, thank you.
We appreciate it very much. Teuvo Teravainen, our guest. After one period, the Hawks won and the Wild no score. And Charlie Romeliotis is standing by in Blackhawks Central with a full intermission report. Second period action will follow along. I'm sure Charlie's going to share maybe something, well, maybe he won't, of the occurrences at Soldier Field. He's laughing right now, folks. I don't mean to set him up or hand him a bad bag or something like that. But Charlie's a pro. He'll take care of the intermission. 1-0 Hawks after 20. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Your company can save money by becoming more energy efficient. In fact, the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program can help your business find up to 35% in energy savings, resulting in lower energy costs. At ComEd, we're not just moving toward a clean energy future. We're powering the future of your business. Sign up for your free facility assessment at ComEd.com/poweringbiz. Terms and conditions apply. Offers are subject to change. Actual savings will vary by customer's usage and rate. The ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is funded in compliance with state law.
I was told I needed a kidney transplant. I was scared, I was worried, and I had no idea what my options were. My name is Mecca. After doing some research, I put my trust in Dr. Danae Simpson at Northwestern Medicine. She eased my mind and changed my life.
The Northwestern Medicine African American Transplant Access Program is the first of its kind in the nation. It's committed to breaking down barriers to transplant care in the community. Led by Dr. Danae Simpson, the first female African American transplant surgeon in Illinois, it offers education, resources, and leading-edge transplant care.
Now, I'm recovering from my transplant and looking forward to giving back to my community.
Northwestern Medicine invests more in our community than any other healthcare system. Because what makes our communities better makes us all better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/community.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we're committed to technology that simplifies the healthcare experience for our members and their families. We understand the most important part of every community will always be the people who live and work together to ensure a healthier tomorrow. That's why engaging our members with the latest interactive tools to stay on top of their health has never been more important. And today, we're proud to offer the empowering, user-friendly platforms that are changing the way we all navigate our healthcare. From finding doctors and specialists to managing services and benefits, or just the peace of mind knowing your Blue Cross card is always a click away. The Blue Cross app is like having your own team of healthcare experts, always on call. Technology works best when it makes our lives easier, happier, and stronger. And as a Blue Cross member, you can continue to count on the leading innovations to make your healthcare experience feel a whole lot healthier. Welcome to the future of wellness, through it all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, Club Citgo saves you money on every fill-up, like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Club Citgo, you're good to go.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Intermission?
It's time for an intermission update.
Intermission already?
Powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Here's Charlie Remeliotis.
It's time for the first period intermission powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Here at the United Center, the Blackhawks are up 1-0 on the divisional foe Minnesota Wild through 20 minutes. The Blackhawks were plus 120 to score the first goal, according to Circa Sports Illinois, and they converted. So download your new bookie today at circasports.com. A light NHL schedule today. Only 2 other games are going on. One of them is in the first intermission. San Jose is in New Jersey tonight to take on the Devils. The Sharks are up 1-0 at the end of the first period. Macklin Celebrini, the first overall pick by the Sharks this past season, is back in the lineup after missing almost a month with an injury. He scored twice on Thursday against the Minnesota Wild. So good to see Celebrini back in the lineup. And then a late one, not a late one that's going to start in about 10 minutes. The Columbus Blue Jackets are in Anaheim. Both teams are 0-3-1 in their last 4 games. So one of those teams are going to end a 4-game losing streak today. And the Columbus Blue Jackets before the game claimed defenseman Dante Fabro from off waivers from the Nashville Predators. He's a 17th overall pick in 2016. So Columbus gets some defensive help in that game. Actually, I'm not sure he's going to play that game, so maybe the next one. Elsewhere in sports, the NFL, the New England Patriots beat the Chicago Bears 19-3 earlier today at Soldier Field. The Bears have now gone 2 consecutive games without scoring a touchdown. They dropped their 3rd game in a row and are now 4-5 on the season. Other NFC North action, the Minnesota Vikings snuck past the Jacksonville Jaguars 12-7. And Sunday Night Football has the Houston Texans hosting the Detroit Lions later tonight. Meanwhile, here at the United Center, Blackhawks are up 1-0 on Minnesota. We'll take a quick break, then bring in Troy Murray next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, this is Isaac Phillips, and you're listening to WGN Radio.
Whether it's pro or college, the app to bet football is Circa Sports Illinois. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be. Circa Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circa Sports has it. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini. Chicago's weather changes as often as line changes in a hockey game. Beat Chicago's weather extremes with new fiberglass windows from the Gilkey Window Company. Gilkey is Chicago's only family-owned, direct-to-consumer manufacturer who make, in my opinion, the best fiberglass windows and patio doors, independently verified as one of the most energy-efficient windows in America. For beautiful windows ready for any weather, choose fiberglass or choose vinyl. Just be sure to choose Gilkey. Go to Gilkey.com.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
I had the ring already. She had made it very clear what kind of ring she wanted. Yep. I pretended that I was going to kneel and picked up a pine cone instead of pulling out a ring.
What a jerk. But when I saw that ring, I was like, oh, he did good.
I really love Amy. I really, really genuinely love Amy.
I love you too.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or hellsberg.com.
As job losses across the city continue to rise, more and more Chicagoans are struggling with basic necessities like putting food on the table. That's why Sutton Ford in the Matson Auto Mall is assisting the Salvation Army, making sure everyone in our community is taken care of this season. Please join them and help the Salvation Army do the most good, because now more than ever, the Salvation Army needs your help. Go to salarmychicago.org and help us help those that are struggling tonight.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
First intermission at the United Center, where the Chicago Blackhawks are up 1-0 on the Minnesota Wild through one period. Good start for the Blackhawks. Shots on goal 7-5, so not really some high event hockey in the first 20 minutes, but the Blackhawks find themselves up 1-0, Troy.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to open things up against Minnesota, a team that has found a lot of success early on this season, scoring goals in the top 10 in that category. So you want to keep it close. You want to eliminate the opportunities. 5 shots on goal, great job defensively. And if you can stick with this and just kind of grind this game out and not give them anything, I had a little disappointed in the first 2 Sitco power play opportunities. Just not much going on there. And that's an opportunity early in the game. Sometimes it's not the best to get a power play real early in the game because you're not into the game yet, and all of a sudden, okay, we're on the power play. But they had their opportunities to get into it, and they just really didn't create a whole lot of opportunities. You'd like to see that get better.
Here's a positive, something we talked about in the pregame show. Hawks won 9 of 17 draws for a 53% win percentage in the first period.
Yeah, they won one more than Minnesota, but that's a start. We'll certainly take
better
that.
Than the 29% in Dallas.
Yeah, and Bedard won both of his draws, so good job by him. And I think you just have to keep focusing on that and keep working on it and stress it that it's not only the centerman, it's the wingers as well. You can do if you're going to set up a play offensively, and you say, okay, the guy's going to set up behind me. You're putting all your cards in to win that faceoff. But otherwise, in different areas of the ice, you can have your wingers jump. You can have them do different things, and sometimes in the offensive zone where the other team's defensive face-offs are taking place, you can tell your guys, I'm going to lose this draw. He's going to the corner. Right. So, there's different things you can do to get control of the puck after the face-off, whether you win it or not. And I think they need to really kind of stress that when individually you're struggling to win draws cleanly, mix them up, create a 50-50 puck, and then trust your wingers to win those battles.
All right. Second period is coming up with Blackhawks. We got more Blackhawks hockey coming up on 720 WGN.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago. WGN.
Marquette Bank has been Chicagoland's neighborhood bank for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you matter. After 80 years, we've learned that helping people like you make smarter financial decisions helps our neighborhoods grow and thrive. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Need health insurance? It's open enrollment for the Get Covered Illinois Marketplace. Our Get Covered Illinois navigators will help you enroll in a quality health plan, and you could qualify for financial help. 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Essential benefits cover prescription drugs, emergency care, health screenings, and more. Visit getcoveredillinois.gov to enroll in a plan by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying, and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
As the official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks, Enterprise is ready to go the extra mile. They're dedicated to the most dedicated fans in the game. And with Enterprise on your team, you can move forward with confidence, knowing they've got your back. They're always available with mobility solutions, whether you need a rental replacement, truck, or even tailored business strategies. At Enterprise, your goal is their goal, and they're ready with the assist.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
You know, you've created the perfect home retreat, the ideal place to watch the hockey game. Now, why don't you let Carrier provide the quiet, efficient heating you can depend on all season long? With a range of innovative heating solutions that deliver premium comfort and warmth, Carrier keeps your home comfortable and cozy when you need it the most. Turn to the experts, your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Carrier specialists. Visit Carrier.com to learn more. That's Carrier.com.
The second period is next.
The second period.
Here for a recap is Charlie Remeliotis.
Back at their United Center, Blackhawks are up 1-0. Jason Dickinson scored the lone goal for the Blackhawks. For every Blackhawks goal this season, Marquette Bank is donating $80 to a local charity to celebrate 80 years of neighborhood banking to give it back to the community. Back to you, John.
Charlie, thank you very much. 9 for 17 were the Blackhawks in first period face-offs. Not too bad. They win this draw to start the second period, and we're back underway. Taylor Hall scheming into the Minnesota zone down the right wing, runs into a check and lost the puck. The Wild come back up ice. Jared Spurgeon passing on the right wing side. Nat Goldie to the Hawk blue line. He'll deflect the puck down in behind the net. A little scrum ensues down there. Johansson now to the puck in the left wing corner. Whips it behind the Hawk net around to the right wing corner. Spurgeon there. To Goldie now at the right point. He'll move into the high slot and fire, and that goes just wide of the net. Follow-up shot by Brodin from the near boards was blocked in front by Jones, and Taylor Hall will one-hand the puck down ice into the Wild end. The Hawks trying to get a line change. A little confusion over by the benches as some of the Hawks get on, some of them don't. Seth Jones behind the Hawk net, passing up the right wing. Teravainen breaking into the Wild zone. Will fire a shot in on goal, and a blocker save made by Gustafsson. Dickinson finishing his check on Faber along the near boards, but Faber moves the puck ahead. Kaprizov to center ice. To Zuccarello over the Hawk line on the left wing. He sent it back in front for Kaprizov. He tapped it wide. Teravainen back the other way to Anderson over the Wild line, right wing side. Tried to fire the puck from the right wing boards. Came back to him off a deflection. On it around. Now here's a shot from Teravainen from the left point. That was blocked in front of the net. Rossi will take the puck and backhand it to center ice. Front of the benches. Vlasic pawing the puck down to his stick. Head to Teravainen, then Anderson. At the Wild blue on the right wing, he'll whip it down to the corner. And then work the puck free. Dickinson to the right circle. Swing and a miss on an attempted shot on goal. Puck taken back by Zuccarello. He'll flip it down into the Hawk zone. Nolan Allen with a pass over to Brody. Wild line. Moving it ahead into the Wild zone. This deflects down behind the net. And Faber kept it away from Bedard, but now Allen took the puck left point. Leaves it for Reichel, spins it toward the net, deflected wide by Nick Foligno. Brody to the puck along the right boards. And Nick Foligno in the right wing corner. He works the puck free, and then is checked by Gaudreau. Reichel reaching in, scrapes it out of there to Foligno. To Bedard, back of the Wild net. Here's Connor Bedard, sending it out to the right point to Brody. Now to Bedard, top of the right circle with toe drag and a shot and a glove save made by Gustafson, and he'll hold on. Get a whistle, staffing play. Brody made a nice play of that pass, by the way, from Bedard. A left-handed shooter playing the right point and kept it in the zone, made the play.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy pass that came up along the boards, and he did a nice job of redirecting his back down off the boards to Connor Bedard, who took that, wheeled around, got in a good shot on goal. Gustafson was there to make the save. No rebound. Face off to his left. It'll be the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric face-off. For all the right reasons, call 866-4Seasons.
Getting colder. A little bit of a chill in the air, folks. If you haven't had your furnace tuned up, call Dave. He'll get his crew over there, and they'll take care of you, folks. Off the draw. The Wild get the puck. Goshen behind his net, passing up the right side to Hartman, who didn't clear the center ice red stripe before dumping the puck down, and that means icing against Minnesota. 17:25 remains in period number 2, still 1-0 Hawks.
Just a reminder that Chicago Blackhawks hockey is sponsored by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Learn more at comed.com/poweringbiz.
As they play the Marine theme song in the background from the halls of Montezuma, Military Appreciation Night. Face-off circle to the right of Gustafson. Nick Foligno facing off with Frederick Gaudreau, and Gaudreau wins this version. Wild get the puck, and Hartman again steers the puck down ice into the Hawk zone. Jones takes it behind the net into the inner corner, threw it up the board, picked off by Gaudreau. He skates across the front of the net, and then couldn't get a clean shot away. He was hooked up on the play, though, however, by Lucas Reichel. And the Wild are going to get their second power play opportunity on the night.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscue, and it ended up where you're scrambling around in your own end of the ice. And Lucas Reichel has to reach out here in scramble mode. Seth Jones doesn't get the puck out, and all of a sudden, boy, comes right into the play. And good opportunity for Ryan Hartman, but he is hooked down. So Minnesota gets their second man advantage, 0 for 1 so far.
From the draw, Vlasic takes the puck behind the Hawk net, drives it around the left wing side, through center ice, and all the way down it goes. Wild get the puck back, 150 on their power play. Brock Faber carrying the puck out of the Wild zone through center ice on the left wing side, cuts in over the Hawk blue line, sent it across from the right wing sideboards to Eriksson Ek. He coughed up the puck to the Hawks' Alex Vlasic, and he'll clear it off the left boards and down into the Wild end. Kirill Kaprizov and Matt Zuccarello, center ice on the left wing. Sent the puck across the rink over front of the benches. Faber claims it there. Faber then leaves the puck at the Wild line to Kaprizov. Sends it on the left wing down into the corner Hawk zone. Jones got there in front of Boldy. Then Boldy wrestles the puck free. Behind the net, Kaprizov. Then up the slot to the line. Deep slot, Faber. Center right point, Zuccarello. Down to Kaprizov, bottom of the right wing circle. Floats it out to the right point. Zuccarello over to Boldy, top of the left circle. He'll fire, and that goes wide. Eriksson Ek creating a screen. Nice keep in by Zuccarello, right point. He got it to Kaprizov at the line. He nearly gave it away, but kept it away from Dickinson, moving the puck to the left point to Matt Boldy. Boldy now down to the half board, fed it to the slot. This was picked off by the Hawks, and Kurashev, without hesitation, will fire the puck down, but right in on the goaltender, Gustafson, who then plays the puck, and he decides to hold on to it there for Spurgeon to come by and pick it up.
Yeah, good job there by the two big men on the blue line, Jones and Vlasic, to intercept that play into the middle of the ice.
Rossi takes the puck into the Hawks zone, left wing circle, firing a shot, and a butterfly save made. Here's Gaudreau with a follow-up shot from that same area, and another save made by Mrazek with the pads. Wild keep it in, 14 seconds on their power play. Spurgeon at the line, over to Hartman along the right board. Down to Rossi in the right corner. Rossi against the right wing half boards now. Flipped it back to the line. Spurgeon held it in, but then lost it. Kaiser takes the puck back. Passing ahead, Teravainen as the Hawks come to full strength. Teravainen steps into the Wild zone and fires one from near the high slot area. This deflects wide. Hawks 2 for 2 on their penalty kill. On the Wild attack as Gaudreau dumps the puck down into the Hawk zone, but didn't clear the center ice red stripe. Icing called against Minnesota.
Yeah, well done on the penalty kill there. The Blackhawks, as you mentioned, John, are back to full strength, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine. As I guess to come up with a couple good saves. He's been great.
Yeah.
Last couple of years since he's been healthy. Big difference for him. Any goaltender if you have your health.
Now Johansson along the left wing boards, Wild end, pokes the puck to center ice, Gaudreau. To Hartman into the Hawk zone on the right wing. Snap it down behind the net, around up the near side. Brodin waiting, puts it back in behind the Hawk net into the far corner. Noah Allen plays it ahead, deflects off Bertuzzi's stick to the line, but kept in by Brodin. He sends the puck over to the right wing corner, and Allen's able to fish it free from a pack of hockey players and skate the puck out to center ice. Hands it in on the left wing now to Bertuzzi. Send it across the rink. Taylor Hall fights off a check in the right wing corner. Got the puck to Bertuzzi at the bottom of the right circle. He couldn't get a clean shot away. Nick Foligno along the right board. To the line, Jones snaps one toward the net. It tumbles wide. Hall grabs the puck behind the Wild net, skates it around, drops into the high slot. Kaiser will fire, and that hit a Wild player's stick and deflects up into the protective netting. Out of play it goes. The whistle stops play. 13:59 now left in period number 2. It's the Hawks 1 and the Wild no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical, because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Now is the best time to sell your home, even if it's less than perfect. Summer is the easiest time to move, and the market is ripe. Grandview buys homes, and we are ready to make you an offer you're going to love. We'll pay more for your home right now than ever before, and you can lock in your price as soon as today. At Grandview Homes, we won't pressure you. Our offer is good, rain or shine, as long as the market doesn't change. When you are ready to sell, we'll be ready to buy. The best part is we'll buy your home as is, in any condition. When you sell to us, no repairs are needed, not even a clean out. We make it fast and easy and on your schedule. You won't have to deal with real estate agents or showings. As your friends and neighbors at Grandview Homes, we know selling a home can change your life. You'll always get the respect you deserve, and you can take comfort in our 100% guaranteed closing. Visit GrandviewHomes.com for your fair cash offer today. Grandview Homes, the fastest and easiest way to sell your home.
Hey Hawks fans, this is Connor Murphy. Let's get back to John and Troy on 720 WGN.
Thanks, Murph. The Blackhawks are back here at the United Center Tuesday, November 19th, facing off against the Anaheim Ducks. Arrive early for the pregame party in the UC Atrium before puck drops at 7:30 p.m. Get tickets now at blackhawks.com/the-tickets.
It'll be a fun night. Face off to the right of Gustafson.
Any party's a good party.
Yeah. As long as everybody behaves. It's just, puck deflects off of the stick of Kaiser and up into the Wild bench. You get a whistle-stopping play. John Hines, the head coach of the Wild. He's on his third NHL team. Started with New Jersey, went to Nashville for a time, and now the Wild.
10 seasons as an NHL head coach, John Hines.
Hines played for Boston University on the last team that won the Beanpot tournament in Old Boston Garden. That was quite a team. San Jose Sharks general manager Mike Greer was on that team as well. A number of those guys. Chris Drury, general manager now of the Rangers, is on that team. It's a good hockey team. Back inside the Hawk zone. Seth Jones. Quick pass up the right side, Bedard. Little slap pass back down to the far corner, Hawk zone. Kaiser sheds a check, and he'll skate the puck out to center. Lead pass up the left wing for Bedard was deflected up and over the Hawks bench. That by the stick blade anyway, of Kusnadinov. Marat Kusnadinov.
He's got a lot of hardness to his game. I mean, he competes hard. He's not a big guy, 5'11", 175 pounds, but He competes. He sticks his nose in there. Smart player.
Yeah.
They really like him in the role that he's got right now. He can elevate himself. Only 22 years of age and continue his growth. He's going to be a good one.
Back in the wild zone, Faber between the circles, passing up the right side. Marcus Foligno, hawk line. He deflects it down to the corner. Vlasic got to the puck, tried to clear it out. Marcus Foligno intercepts and then lost the puck. It's poked out to center ice by Patrick Maroon, taken back by the Wild. Kaprizov will slap it down the boards behind the Hawk net. Mrazek plays it to the far corner to Vlasic. There's a pass up the left wing. Patrick Maroon at center ice. Tried to fire the puck ahead into the Wild zone for Donato, but the Wild pick it off. Middleton with a pass up ice. Faber over the center ice circle. Lifts the puck to the left wing corner. Hawk in. Murphy to get it there. Passing up the right side, Anderson. He tried to clear it out of the Hawk zone. Kaprizov took it away just inside the line. He'll get some room near the top of the right circle and fire a shot that bounces wide. Murphy to a loose puck now on the left wing, the right wing corner. Backhands it ahead, and this will leave the Hawk zone to center ice. Jared Spurgeon there. Back in the lineup after missing several games because of an ailing hip that bothered him all of last year, along with his back. Spurgeon to lead past Eriksson Ek into the Hawk zone, firing from the right wing side. Stick save made by Mrazek. The other way come the Hawks. Dickinson to the Wild line. Tried to shovel the puck into the Minnesota zone for Anderson. This is broken up by the Wild, and Spurgeon's got the puck at the Wild blue line. Takes a pass ahead for Johansson, and it misses. It goes all the way down, and icing's called against Minnesota.
Blackhawks get a line change here. Minnesota doesn't. Taylor Hall, along with Kurashev and Bertuzzi, come out on the ice. Blackhawks line change, sponsored by Gilkey Windows, the best line of fiberglass windows and doors.
16-25 are the Hawks on draws so far. 64%. This one won by the Wild. Puck cleared out to center ice by Brodin, taken back into the Wild zone. Kurashev top of the right circle to the line. Brody back to Kurashev near the right point. Walks it into the high slot and fires. One of the Hawks got a stick on that, deflecting it wide, and then Taylor Hall is pushed into the Wild net, dislodging it. So we get a whistle stopping play and a face-off in the Wild end.
Blackhawk fans, turn any home game you attend this season into a collectible memory with an exclusive commemorative ticket from the Blackhawks Classics program presented by Bud Light. Whether it's a big moment for you or a historic hockey game, make it one to remember. You can even add a photo and your seat information to personalize it. Get yours now at blackhawks.com/classics. Face off to the left-hand side of Philip Gustafson. Dickinson out there to take the draw. It'll be the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning,
Plumbing and
electric. Yep. For all the right reasons, call 866-4Seasons.
Draw one by the Hawks. Anderson pumps one in from the slot. Pad save made by Gustafson, and then Anderson racing for the puck in the left wing corner with one of the Wild. They get their sticks on the puck simultaneously, and it deflects into the netting. That's Ryan Hartman over there. Face-off circle to the right of Gustafson.
You know, with Marco Rossi's emergence as their number one center between Zuccarello and Kaprizov, Ryan Hartman's kind of moved down the ladder a little bit, and that's kind of where he really should be slotted. He has done an excellent job filling in at a higher level, but he's a mucker and a grinder, and boy, I really like his game.
Here's Zuccarello to a pass at center ice on the right wing in front of the benches. Dumps the puck to the right wing corner Hawk zone. Jones hands it to Kaiser, who whips it ahead for Dickinson. This deflects down into the Wild crease, and Gustafson decides to plop on it and hold it long enough for a whistle. And the face-off will be in the circle to his left. John Merrill, defenseman for the Wild, having a conversation with Gustafson right now. What he could have done with that puck, possibly.
You know, it was hard because
he could run out of options.
Teravainen was right behind him, and it didn't really want to make a play there. For John Merrill back in the lineup. Declan Chisholm, a healthy scratch in this game tonight. Just want to make sure if you're the goaltender, Gustafson, settle it down. Don't put it back into play if you don't have to.
From the draw, Reichel along the left sideboards, put the puck to the left wing corner. And Bedard was checked off of it there by Hartman. The Wild come back up ice. Zuccarello into the Hawk zone on the right wing side. Had it poked off to stick to center ice, and Hartman recovers. Drops it back into the Wild end. Bogosian with a pass up the right wing side at center ice. Zuccarello grabs the puck in front of the benches. Sends it down behind the Hawk net. Mrazek put it to the near corner. Murphy. Then a pass up the right wing. Craig Smith at center ice. Rink wide pass. Nick Foligno steps into the wild zone and fires one up off the glass. Smith recovers the puck along the right boards. Put it down in behind the wild net. And now he's battling with Middleton in the near corner. Being held. No penalty called. Puck rolls free to the left wing corner. Ryan Donato there. Donato carrying back up the board. Sets up Allen left point. Down to Smith. Top of the left circle. To Donato. High slot. Fed it over now. High slot Allen. Back to Donato. Right circle. Fires a shot. Gustafson down with a butterfly save. Will hold the puck. We're down to 10:04 left on the clock for the second period. It's still 1-0 in favor of the Blackhawks.
Conversation between Donato and Patrick Maroon. I think Donato should have shot that puck a little bit earlier. One too many passes, and then it's too much of a sharp angle there. You had an opportunity to shoot it from the high slot area. And at that point, Maroon was right in front of the net.
Yeah.
Once you moved it around, he kind of moved off that position a little bit. Gustafson able to see that shot coming from the right wing side easily.
Maroon with that big body moving to the top of the crease. A little hard to miss. And I'm sure goaltenders just, well, I would think they'd be looking for nobody to be there, obviously, best case scenario, but they certainly don't want somebody as large as Patrick Maroon there. Boldy now along the left boards, firing a shot from the corner Hawk zone. Mrazek down with a butterfly save. We'll hold the puck and a whistle will stop play. And we'll take a break with 9:47 left in the second period. Still 1-0 in favor of the Hawks. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey Blackhawks fans, this is Connor Bedard, and you're listening to WGN Radio.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or united.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
You ever have one of those days where 1 p.m. just sneaks up on you? You're running around, checking off that to-do list, and suddenly, bam, it's lunchtime, and you're hungry. That's when I hit up McDonald's for the $6 Daily Double Meal Deal. I can get all my faves, a juicy Daily Double, crispy 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, and a small soft drink for just $6. Easy? Yep. Fast? Sure is. Delicious? Yes. One meal to rule them all. The $6 Daily Double Meal Deal. Only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
You know Medicare open enrollment is here, but you're not certain about what's the best plan for you. An expert would help, and that's Tom Dillon, the owner of JT Medicare Solutions. He studies Medicare Supplement and Advantage plans for a living. Ask him which plan's best for you. His services are free. He works with most insurance companies. They compensate him. Call 1-800-227-1012, 1-800-227-1012, or go to jtmedicaresolutions.com.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Join us at the United Center for the Blackhawks Native American Heritage Celebration Tuesday, November 19th. Experience a night honoring the rich traditions and contributions of Native American communities with special performances, in-game tributes, and much more. Don't miss this special night. Secure your tickets now at blackhawks.com/tickets.
Back in the Hawk zone on the left wing corner, Matthew Boldy put the puck out to the left point for Jake Middleton. He leads all Wild defensemen in scoring. Had trouble with that pass. He whipped it back down into the Hawk zone. Would have been an offside call. Instead, now Nolan Allen clears the puck down into the Wild end. In the left wing corner, Teravainen sweeps it behind the net around to the right wing boards. Jones to Dickinson at the right point. Hard wrist shot hits Middleton and deflects back to center ice, and Dickinson back on it at the Hawks blue line. Dickinson a bank pass up the left wing boards intended for Teravainen. Picked off by Boldy, who moves it ahead to Faber, who lost the puck into the Hawk zone. Teravainen at center ice to Anderson over the Wild line. Left circle, pumps a shot toward the net. It just missed wide. Loose puck to the near boards. Boldy took it away, moving it ahead to Rossi. Crossing the Hawk blue line, he backhands the puck off the right corner boards. Pinballs out to Vlasic. He'll move it around the right wing side. Dickinson clears it down ice into the Wild end. We're going to get icing here to the Hawks. Dickinson was kind of in a no-win situation there. If he eats the puck inside the Hawk line, he possibly turns it over, obviously trying to clear it out of harm's way, but icing is the result.
Yeah, he's just trying to get a little redirect, bank it off the boards, get it into the neutral zone. But as you mentioned, tough play. Defenseman was pinching down on him.
Well, Dickinson will now face off with Yoel Eriksson-Ek in the circle of Peter Mrazek's right. Eriksson-Ek has company with Mats Zuccarello and Marcus Johansson. Wild get the puck. Johansson, top of the right circle, fired a shot that trickled wide of the net. A follow-up shot by Zuccarello from below the goal line hit the side of the post. Now from the high slot, Spurgeon takes the puck to Johansson through the high slot. Tried to drop it off near side, picked off by Joey Anderson. He gains center ice and then runs into Spurgeon, who takes the puck and drops it back into the Hawk zone. Seth Jones has it behind the net. Jones outlets now to Taylor Hall, right wing to center ice. He'll backhand it down in behind the Wild net. Gustafson plays the puck into the far corner to Spurgeon. He'll put it up the far side boards, picked off by Taylor Hall, and he'll whip it down in behind the Wild net. And then Spurgeon, the Wild captain, took the puck away. Head to Johansson at center ice. Put it in over the Hawk line. Zuccarello from the right circle fires one in front of the net. This misses Eriksson-Ek and bounds free to Bertuzzi. Head to Hall over the Wild line, left wing side. Hall to the half board. Sweeps it behind the Wild net around up the near side. Murphy pinching for the right point. Picks it off, sends it back in behind the net around to the left wing corner. Taylor Hall there. Here's Hall turning one way, then the other on Zuccarello. Then another turn, and he's tripped by Zuccarello, and no penalty is called. And the Wild come out of their end, led by Johansson to center ice, and he'll send the puck to the right corner, Hawk in. Murphy to get it to Kaiser back in the net. Finds it around to Bertuzzi, Hawk line. Head to Nick Foligno over the Wild line, right wing side. Little spinorama. Took the puck to the right wing corner. Scrapes it behind the net. Kurashev there to get it to Reichel, left wing corner. Makes it behind the net. Foligno, right corner. Kaiser, right point. Now left point, Nolan Allen. The high slot, Foligno to Reichel, top of the right circle. Fires. It's kicked out of there by Gustafson. Reichel in the right wing corner, smothered with a body check from behind by Merrill. Falls down on the puck, gets back to his feet, getting a rough ride there. Wild take the puck back and lead a 3-on-2. Trennan. The Husnadinov over the Hawk line to Eriksson-Ek. Now the Lauko high slot. Long shot from there is into the glove of Peter Mrazek, and he'll hold on to it. Get a whistle, stop play. 6:39 now left in period number 2. Some decent puck movement by the Hawks in that last sequence in the Wild end.
And Reichel was looking for an explanation of maybe why that wasn't a hit from behind boarding type of call. In a vulnerable position there. But Merrill went in there. I mean, if you're the defenseman, I don't know what you're supposed to do there.
Yeah.
But he didn't really finish the check, kind of went in there and held him up as much as possible. Nick Foligno was in that mix as well.
So here's Nick Foligno facing off with Ryan Hartman. Circle to Mrazek's left. Wild get it. Good drill from the right wing boards. Fires. That was blocked on the way in. Brody steers it up the left wing. Nick Foligno center ice. Head to Bedard, breaking into the Wild zone. Bedard loses his footing and falls down. Foligno along the left boards, battling two Wild players. Middleton now gets the puck and kicks it to center ice to Ryan Hartman. Crossing the Hawk line. Here's Hartman now to the left point. Flipping it down in behind the Hawk net. Gaudreau. To Marcus Foligno along the right boards. To Frederick Gaudreau, right circle. He then coughed up the puck. Big Pat Maroon took it away. Maroon will dump the puck toward the Wild end. This deflects up over the near glass and out of play. 6:01 now left on the clock. Faceoff comes back out to center ice. And it's the Hawks' turn. Luke Richardson will have last change. Tonight's home ice advantage is sponsored by Midwestern University's multi-specialty clinic in Downers Grove, your family's home for healthcare. Visit MWUclinics.com. Home ice advantage, of course, for Luke Richardson. Last change.
He gets that Dickinson line up against Rossi, Zuccarello, and Kaprizov. That's the matchup that Luke Richardson wanted with the last line change. He's got it.
And the Hawks get the puck off the draw as a consequence. Here's Teravainen into the Wild zone, right point. Backhands the puck down to the right wing corner for Dickinson. Pulled away instead by Spurgeon. Moves the puck out to center ice in front of the benches. Vlasic poke checks it ahead to Dickinson. Dickinson enters the Wild zone on the left wing. Scoops the puck down the board behind the net to the right wing corner. Joey Anderson there. He now working over Brodin. They kick at the puck, as you can hear. Anderson got hold of it. Skewers it behind the net around to the left wing boards. Classic to the high slot now. Top of the left circle. Teravainen fires. That goes wide. And the Wild get control. And then good play by Teravainen to hustle over and encumber Kaprizov and take the puck away. Got it to Vlasic. Sent it ahead for Dickinson into the Wild zone, but it's over a stick and the Wild are back the other way. Kaprizov into the Hawk zone left point. Put the puck down in behind the net for Zuccarello. He turned it over to Murphy. He'll work it around at the right wing side. Teuvo Teravainen to center ice. Crossing the Wild blue line. Little saucer pass to the right wing boards to Craig Smith. He shot the puck in behind the Wild net. Picked up in the left wing corner by Ryan Donato, who nearly lost his footing, but maintains his footing and the puck. Now it's taken away in the corner and cleared by Rossi to center ice. Wyatt Kaiser to Craig Smith. Stepping into the Wild zone right point. Tried to lift it down. It was picked off by Merrill, who knocked the puck ahead to center ice. Trennan will stick the puck into the right wing corner Hawk zone. There to get it, Kaiser. Whips it behind the net near corner, Seth Jones. Passing up the right wing side, Craig Smith. He deflects it down ice, but this is from the Blackhawks side of the center ice red stripe, so icing is called. Down to 4:22 left in the second, and still 1-0 Hawks.
Hawks have done a nice job. I mean, it hasn't been an overly exciting type of game where it's not been back and forth and wide open, but I think this is kind of the way the Blackhawks need to play, especially against a team like the Wild. And the Wild are probably content the way it is right now, looking for that one opportunity. They've got guys that can make the difference at any time of a game when they get that chance.
Well, the Wild are a very good first period team statistically, outscoring opponents 15-7, but the Hawks won the first period, scoring the only goal. They're in control right now with a 1-0 lead. In behind the Wild net, Jacob Middleton to the puck. Avoids Ryan Donato, passing to Husnudinov. He had to Faber. Racing through center ice, put it in over the Hawk line to the left wing corner. TJ Brody in there to get the puck. Brody trying to keep it away from Faber. Put it up the boards. Donato tried to clear it out. Lauko kept the puck alive for the Wild. He sent it down to the half boards. Brody battling there with Yakov Trennan, and Brody wins the battle. Takes a hit and clears the puck off the boards down to the Wild blue line. Middleton there for Minnesota. Head to Marat. Husnudinov. He'll lift it down in front of the Hawk net. Wyatt Kaiser took it in behind. Drove it up the left wing side. Bertuzzi put it to the line. Kurashev to Brody at center ice, and he'll drive it down the boards into the Wild end. Middleton caught the puck in the far corner. Swept it behind his net up the left wing side. Here's Husnudinov to the Hawk blue line. Sending the puck over to the right wing corner. Connor Murphy on it there. Passing behind the Hawk net. Nolan Allen in the right wing corner. Passing now ahead up the right wing, Kurashev, then over to Murphy. Murphy left wing of center ice. Put the puck in front of the benches to Taylor Hall. He's chased back into the Hawk zone, but kept it away from Boldy. Now over to Allen. Allen at center ice on the right wing. Scales it down the glass. In behind the Wild net to the far corner. And Spurgeon ridden off the puck by Nick Foligno, but Brodin took the puck from Minnesota, clearing to center ice. Taken back by Bedard. Quick pass, Nick Foligno over the Wild line. Firing from the right circle. This misses the net off a deflection. Matt Boldy to center ice. Passing on the left wing side for Johansson. He'll deflect it down in behind the Hawk net. Jones took a bump, kicked the puck over to Vlasic. Passing up the left wing, Nick Foligno, who sent it rink wide. Bedard returns with a Foligno in the slot. Foligno tried to control the puck and get a shot away, but reaching in was Eriksson Ek to pull it free. Here's a pass up ice by Merrill to the Hawk line, picked off by Seth Jones. He'll drop it between the circles, Hawk zone to Vlasic. Head to Lucas Reichel, and from center ice, he'll sling the puck into the air and into the glove of Gustafsson standing in the Wild crease. Moves it over to the far corner. Bogosian now moves it across for Merrill, who returns the puck now to Bogosian behind the net. He'll put a pass up the right side. Marcus Foligno, short of the Wild line, then ahead on the left wing of center ice to Merrill. Dumps the puck to the left wing corner, Hawk zone. No one Allen there. Spun it around, but not out. Bertuzzi tried to redirect it out of the zone. Kept in at the line by Middleton. Whips it down the boards. In behind the Hawk net. Hartman drives the puck around. Right point, Faber's got the puck. Faber dumping it down to the inboards to Ryan Hartman. Swats it around to the near side boards. Reaching for it was Kurashev. Poked it down to the corner. Connor Murphy there for the Hawks. to Khrushchev. Tried to go across the rink with a pass. It's picked off by the Wild. Gaudreau fires one from the left circle. That's blocked. Middleton left point to Faber right point. To Gaudreau, top of the right circle. Fires out. Down is Mrazek with a butterfly save. He was run into by Hartman. And the puck goes wide to the corner. And now a shot from the line by Kaprizov deflects off the skate and goes wide. We are under a minute to play in the second period. 1-0 Hawks.
Mrazek's stick is about 5 feet in front of the blue paint, and he can't get it as of yet. Taylor Hall reaches down and he should have just he should all Taylor Hall had to do was just
sleep it over to him.
Give him his own stick.
They continue to hack and whack. Faber fed the left circle. Middleton sends it in on goal, and Mrazek is down with a butterfly save. And then we get a pile up in behind the net because one of the Wild got a little too close for comfort. Can't see which one of that Wild players it is. That's under Connor Murphy. He's flattened to the ice after bumping Peter Mrazek, was down in kind of a vulnerable position there. So they unpile. It's Matt Zuccarello at the bottom of that pile. 21 seconds left in period number 2. Still 1-0 Hawks.
Well, they defended well, and Mrazek, he wanted to reach down and grab his stick, and Taylor Hall came back and gave him his stick there, but all he had to do was the one thing you could do with a goaltender stick is you can give it back to him. You can move it back to him, and rather than push it 5 feet back so he could pick it up, he handed him his stick, and now he doesn't have a stick. So some mad action there, and everybody from Minnesota came in underneath the hash mark, so they'll move this draw into the neutral zone.
The great missing stick caper solved by the Blackhawks. Peter finally got his back. He looks better with that one anyway. Draw one by the Hawks. Back in the Hawk zone. Seth Jones passing over to Vlasic. From the left wing boards, he'll sweep it up the left wing down into the Wild zone. Anderson hustling into the corner, pokes the puck behind the net. Dickinson in the right wing corner with 10. Put it back in behind for Anderson. His stick was encumbered by Brodin, and the puck cleared to center ice. And back into the Wild zone, there's a shot from Teravainen at the horn. That's into the glove of Gustafsson. He'll hold it, and the period ends. So 40 minutes are in the books. It's the Hawks 1 and the Wild no score. The shots are even at 14 apiece. So a better share for the Wild in period number 2, but some chaotic action taking place in the Hawks zone late in that frame. Good thing Peter Mrazek was on his game.
Yeah, a couple little mistakes that the Hawks made there, and when Mrazek lost his stick, that was a little bit interesting, a little bit of an adventure for everybody out there trying to defend. And you're always worried when your goaltender doesn't have a stick, and so many times when you look at goaltenders, if they lose their stick, it's a comfort thing that they have. You know, they're just so used to having it, and all of a sudden if they don't have their stick in the hand, it's just tough to get their positions, and down low they can't play it the way that they want to, deflect it into the corner, whatever it may be. So you always want to have your goaltender get his stick back as quick as possible. Taylor Hall made an interesting decision there.
He did. He certainly did. Troy, I want to change the subject, if I may. I want to talk about Nolan Allen, because I like what I have been seeing out of that young man here in the last couple of games.
Yeah, Nolan Allen's played really well, and I think that, again, it's the surprise of coming into training camp, and Nolan actually talks about it himself. A little bit of a surprise. He just came in, did his own job, and found himself a spot.
We're going to talk to another Hawk defenseman. This one from the state of Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes. Wyatt Kaiser, welcome to our airwaves. Wyatt, facing this Minnesota Wild team. I mean, the whole league is talking about how great the Winnipeg Jets are, and some people are talking about how strong this Minnesota Wild team is. You're seeing it firsthand. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they're a good team. They play the right way for the most part. And they got some high-end skill on the offensive side and defensive side, honestly. So they have a pretty complete game.
When you came into this game, what was the idea of how you wanted to play the Minnesota Wild? What was the game plan?
Yeah, we wanted to stay above them, be very disciplined in kind of our forecheck. In the D zone, kind of just do our jobs, stay inside, and really we wanted to manage pucks try to not give them as much, or try not to give them a lot.
Why was that something you felt got away from the team against Detroit and in Dallas?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we've been working on it over the past week, kind of just being a little bit more responsible with the puck and kind of knowing the game.
So when you talk about being responsible for the puck management, Luke Richardson stressed on one thing about where you needed to dump the pucks in to be successful as a team with your structure and your forecheck. What is he talking about?
Yeah, I mean, like, you want to keep it away from the goalie, so you don't want any soft dumps that gets to behind the goal and he can make a play on it. And you want to keep it into a corner, either rimming it or soft chipping it, so you give your guys kind of a chance to get on it and put pressure on the puck.
You haven't had a lot of opportunity to play up against a guy like Kaprizov, but what does it make that makes him so special and hard to defend?
Yeah, I mean, he just sees the ice so well. Like, he protects it well. He never gives up pucks, and he's making those passes that you don't really think guys are going to make, and he's on the guy's tape before you know what happens.
All right, well, Wyatt, thank you for joining us here in the intermission, my friend. Go get him in the third period.
Yep, thanks for having me.
We appreciate it very much. Blackhawks defenseman Wyatt Kaiser. After 2 periods, it's still 1-0 in favor of the Hawks. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we touched on Nolan Allen. You got Wyatt Kaiser. You got Vlasic. Those are all down the left-hand side there. Mm-hmm. You've got some good pieces of the puzzle. Sam Renzel at Minnesota. You got the Leshinov playing down there.
Right.
The defense is starting to kind of shape up the way that you're going to see it in a few years from now with what they put into the pipeline. And, the progression of guys like Nolan Allen, who was the first-round draft pick back in 21, and then Kaiser, you look at the youth on the blue line there. Last year you said, well, maybe it's an issue. This year it starts to be a strong point because, they have to start somewhere in their careers. And I really think that Kaiser playing along with Seth Jones, big minutes up against the other team's top lines have really helped him. And then when you look at a guy like Martinez coming back in, it's going to be really interesting to see what Luke Richardson wants to do with that mixture on the blue line.
Selfishly, I want to see Wyatt Kaiser rush the puck more. He's got the speed.
I agree with you. I mean, he's got a first great pass. He skates as good as anybody for the Blackhawks on the blue line there. And he did it one time, I think, if you remember, he went in behind the net. And all of a sudden, he just took off. Well, his first two, 3 strides are as quick as anybody on the team, and I'd like to see him do it a little bit more. But again, I think that comes with confidence. And if you're playing with Seth Jones, maybe you read off a little bit more. You want to hold back a little bit, and you also have responsibilities playing up against the other team's top line, so you don't want to take yourself out of position. And I think the progression of guys like Allen and Kaiser have come a long way.
Yep. Well, he hasn't scored his first NHL goal yet. We're talking about Wyatt Kaiser, so maybe we'll see him do that on a Bobby Orr-like type of end-to-end rush. But that's for another time. Right now, we're going to send it off to a break, and when we return, Charlie Ronelli-Otis is going to have a full intermission report. Third period action will then ensue with the Blackhawks leading the Wild 1-0 after 2 periods here at the United Center. Stick around. This is going to get good. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric. You've seen those free furnace ads or those free with the purchase of any air conditioner. Well, we all know those are too good to be true. At Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric, we give an upfront, honest price. And I personally guarantee to beat any buy one, get one free offer by $1,000. Guaranteed. That's right. Any free furnace offer, I'll beat it by $1,000. Guaranteed. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Bob Jazz Chevrolet in Elbert takes customer satisfaction seriously, and they have a proud reputation focusing on solid customer service. With a Chevrolet certified service department stocked with genuine GM parts and accessories, Bob Jazz Chevrolet is dedicated to maintaining your Chevy's optimum performance. Check out their current offers, discounts, and coupons right now at BobJazzChevrolet.com. Call 630-448-4083 or visit Bob Jazz Chevrolet in Elbert. Bob Jazz is a proud sponsor of Chicago Blackhawks Radio.
Thanksgiving can be stressful when you're shopping on a budget. Let Family Dollar help you do more this year with amazing deals on the supplies you need for a great turkey day, from prep to cleanup. See how you could save on Thanksgiving staples like canned soups and veggies, or essentials such as disposable plates and utensils, trash bags, storage supplies, and more. For even greater savings, download the Family Dollar app, clip available offers, and redeem at checkout. Family Dollar, helping you do more.
At the Midwestern University Eye Institute, they take the time to get to know you. Their student and faculty providers offer affordable, unrushed, and thorough healthcare. Experience the Midwestern difference for your family's eye care with adult and pediatric services that include dry eye treatment, migraine prevention, eye allergies, and so much more. Located just off I-355 and Butterfield Road, visit MWUclinics.com to learn more. The Midwestern University Clinics, your family's home for healthcare.
Your property taxes are too high, and O'Connor can help. For almost 50 years, O'Connor has helped property owners like you. In 2023, they lowered taxes for the majority of clients, saving them over $215 million. There are no upfront costs or fees. You only pay if your property taxes are reduced. So what are you waiting for? Don't pay the assessor's initial estimate. Enroll for free. Visit cutmytaxes.com/Chicago or call 833-TAX-PROTEST. Let O'Connor tax reduction experts cut your property taxes today.
For breaking legal news on the hottest issues, tune into Legal Face Off on WGNradio.com, hosted by Rich Lenkoff and Tina Martini, and brought to you by McCorkle Litigation Services.
Your company can save money by becoming more energy efficient. In fact, the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program can help your business find up to 35% in energy savings, resulting in lower energy costs. At ComEd, we're not just moving toward a clean energy future. We're powering the future of your business. Sign up for your free facility assessment at ComEd.com/poweringbiz. Terms and conditions apply. Offers are subject to change. Actual savings will vary by customer's usage and rate. The ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is funded in compliance with state law.
Intermission?
It's time for an intermission update.
Intermission already?
Powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Here's Charlie Remeliotis.
It's time for the second period intermission powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. The Blackhawks still up 1-0 through 40 minutes of hockey here at the United Center. See if they can hang on and pull out a much-needed 2 points in the third period. Light night in the NHL. Only two other games are going on. The San Jose Sharks are in New Jersey taking on the Devils. Sharks are up 1-0 at second intermission, looking for their fifth win in their last 7 games after an 0-7-9 start to the season. Macklin Celebrini, the number 1 overall pick from this past year's draft, is back in the lineup. He returned a couple games ago, missed almost a month with an injury. He scored twice on Thursday against Minnesota, so good to see him back in the lineup. And the Blue Jackets and Anaheim Ducks are squaring off in Anaheim. That game is tied at 1-1 in the first period. Both of those teams went into the game with an 0-3-1 record in their last 4 contests. By the way, the Columbus Blue Jackets also claimed defenseman Dante Fabro from the Nashville Predators, who's a former first-round pick in 2016. So now Columbus getting some defenseman help from Nashville. Over in the NFL, elsewhere in sports, the New England Patriots beat the Chicago Bears 19-3 earlier today at Soldier Field. The Bears have now gone 2 straight games without a touchdown. They lost their 3rd consecutive game and are now 4-5 on the season. Other NFC North action, the Minnesota Vikings snuck past the Jacksonville Jaguars 12-7. And Sunday Night Football, the Houston Texans are leading the Lions 7-0 in the first quarter. Meanwhile, here at the UC, Hawks are up 1-0. We'll take a quick break, then bring in Troy Murray next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
This is Jason Dickinson, and you're listening to Blackhawks Radio on 720 WGN.
Need health insurance? It's open enrollment for the Get Covered Illinois Marketplace. Our Get Covered Illinois navigators will help you enroll in a quality health plan, and you could qualify for financial help. 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Essential benefits cover prescription drugs, emergency care, health screenings, and more. Visit getcoveredillinois.gov to enroll in a plan by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Listen up, Comcast customers. Look at your bill. You might see a line labeled Regional Sports Fee for $19.20. Comcast charges you for regional sports networks, but right now they don't carry any in Chicago that have live pro sports. Comcast says it's going to partially refund the fee for October. Make sure you get it. They also said the fee for November will remain. Tweet them at Xfinity Support to tell them that isn't fair. Or get the Chicago sports networks you want by switching to DirecTV Stream. Visit streamtv.directv.com for details.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Hockey season is in full swing, and with FanDuel, you can turn a little hunch into a true power play. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Bet on the NHL with same-game parlays, live bets, alternate puck lines, and so much more. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. 21 or older, President of Illinois. First online, real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back here at the United Center where the Blackhawks are up 1-0 on the Minnesota Wild through 40 minutes. Let's bring in our guy, Troy Murray, for a little recap.
You got
Troy,
a guy.
A little guy.
I got a guy.
You got a guy. Not much going on in this hockey game, but I think that's benefiting the Blackhawks right now. Up 1-0. Shots are 15-14. So very low event hockey game.
It is, but as you and I talked at the beginning, kind of the mentality of what they had to do in this game, just be smart, keep it as simple as possible, keep some pucks in front of you. They've done a nice job of managing the puck. Really, there's a couple moments in that tail end of the second period where they got a little bit scrambly in their own end of the ice, but for the majority of the time, they've done a nice job of just getting it out of the zone, and if they don't have it, then they can't skate it out, then chip it out, and then get into your structure. How they defend in the neutral zone. They've done a nice job of getting pucks in deep and into areas where you can establish your forecheck, which hasn't allowed Minnesota's defense to turn around and wheel up ice because they've got some really good guys in that area as far as like Spurgeon and Brock Faber. Those guys can move with the puck pretty good, and Brodin as well. So they've done a nice job here. And if there's been a formula for success through 40 minutes, stick with it here in the third period. Don't deviate from it.
Special teams not really affecting this game either. Both teams are 0 for 2 on the power play, not really much doing.
I don't know if it's good penalty killing or just kind of sloppy power plays, but yeah, they're even on that. And if one team or the other gets an opportunity here in the third period, that could be the difference whether Minnesota gets back into this game or Chicago can extend their lead.
All right, we'll talk after the game. Okay. Another quick one. We blew through another TV timeout. We got long.
We got to go. I got places. Let's go.
All right, we'll talk after the game. Blackhawks up 1-0 going into the third period. We'll wrap up this second intermission. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Port, Chicago, Illinois.
Your heart. You'd never think to purposely stop it from pumping. I'm Tara. And when my team at Northwestern Medicine discovered a deadly malformation in my brain, my cardiologist and neurosurgeon said the only way to treat it was by stopping my heart. And that's exactly what they did. 12 times.
Anchored by Northwestern Memorial Hospital, nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Tara's unique condition required a unique team. Collaborating like never before, her team temporarily stopped Tara's blood flow, allowing the catheter to more easily travel through her veins to reach and obliterate the brain malformation.
Stopping my heart saved my life. You don't hear that every day.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
Give people a place to gather and make fire the focal point of your home again. With a majestic fireplace or insert, you'll enjoy the warmth and ambiance of fire with contemporary style and the latest technology. Whether you're looking for wood, electric, or gas, indoors or out, Majestic offers a broad range of sizes and styles. Visit their showroom on Bowes Road in Elgin or call for a free estimate. 847-741-5903. 847-741-5903. House of Fireplaces, giving you a warm feeling since 1953.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini. Preparation is the key to winning. To beat Chicago's weather extremes, choose the best fiberglass or vinyl windows and patio doors from the Gilkey Window Company. Go to Gilkey.com.
You know, you've created the perfect home retreat, the ideal place to watch the hockey game. Now, why don't you let Carrier provide the quiet, efficient heating you can depend on all season long? With a range of innovative heating solutions that deliver premium comfort and warmth, Carrier keeps your home comfortable and cozy when you need it the most. Turn to the experts, your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Carrier specialists. Visit Carrier.com to learn more. That's Carrier.com.
The third period is next.
The third period.
Here for a recap is Charlie Remeliotis.
Back here at the United Center, Hawks are up 1-0 going into this third period. How about this? We talked about the importance of faceoffs going into tonight's game in the pregame show. Hawks are 19 for 36 in this game for a 53% win percentage. Luke Richardson talked about it after last game, how disappointed he was in the faceoff department. He also talked about it before this game. Let's see if the Hawks can finish strong, hold this lead at John as the Blackhawks seek to end this 4-game home losing streak.
By the way, Charlie, vegetable soup up and above behind us here. I'd get some, man. It's good stuff.
I might run and get some.
Yeah, great soups here at the United Center, among everything else. What a wonderful building we can have the opportunity to work in, huh? I mean, wow, doesn't get much better than the United Center in my book. Face off down to center ice to start the third period, and the Wild get control. Brodin at the Wild blue line. Pokes the puck ahead for Kaprizov on the left wing of center ice. He'll wave it down to the left wing corner Hawk zone. Connor Murphy finished off with a body check from Eriksson Ek. Boldy claims the puck. Boldy to the left wing boards. Spins it down behind the Hawk net to Eriksson Ek. He'll send it into the left wing corner Kaprizov, who tried to fire it across. Ends up at the line, and a drive from Brodin hits Teravainen awkwardly. He falls, and he's back up on his feet. He's going to head right to the Hawk bench. Puck ends up in the Wild zone off of Dickinson's stick. Wild come back up ice. Boldy into the Hawk zone on the right wing, battling there with Wyatt Kaiser down to the corner. Kaiser wins the battle and ends up with the puck. Here's Kaiser with the puck back of the Hawk net. Put it over to Seth Jones along the right wing boards. He'll lift the puck out to center ice. Faber there to get it. Sends it off the right corner boards down behind the Hawk net. Rolls into the far corner. Jones will fire the puck up ice, intended for Lucas Reichel, and ends up at the Wild blue line. Faber got it there. Put it across the rink to Johansson. He's over the Hawk line and sends it on the left wing to Middleton. Put it around behind the net. Faber from the right point firing a shot. That hit Middleton, who was crossing in front of the net. Puck taken back by the Hawks. Jones. Put it ahead for Bedard at center ice. He deflects the puck down to the Wild blue line. And now Middleton to the puck. Send it out over the center ice circle to Gaudreau. Head to Zuccarello, Hawk blue line. Flips it down behind the net. Rolls up the far side. Nice redirection by Bedard ahead to Nick Foligno, who deflects the puck now into the Wild end, but the Wild will get it back. Here's John Merrill. Passing up the left wing center ice to Marcus Foligno. Steps into the Hawk zone, and from the left point tried to fire the puck down the boards. This one caught a stick and deflects up into the protected netting. So whistle stops play, and we'll get a face-off in the Blackhawk zone in the circle to the right of goaltender Peter Mrazek. And after the play ended, you got Taylor Hall discussing something with Marcus Foligno.
You know, they were kind of going at it each other at the end of the second period as well. Not really sure what's going on there. Marcus Foligno, 6'3", 225 pounds. Yeah. Not sure Taylor Hall wants to tangle with that. Marcus Foligno only 4 penalty minutes this season. Over 50 hits on the year.
Just like brother Nick, he can handle himself pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Vlasic behind the Hawk net. Sends the puck up the near side, not out of the zone. It deflects back to Vlasic. He'll advance it to the Wild line, intended for Kurashev. Merrill steps up, poke checks it ahead. Hartman into the Hawk zone down the right wing. Fires the puck down behind the net. Rossi along the left side boards. Whips it back down behind the net. Hartman, who tried to feed it in front, deflects instead to Hall. And he'll send it over to the right wing boards to Murphy. He works it ahead. Kurashev into the Wild zone. To Hall down the left wing. Fires from a tough angle. And a blocker save made by Gustafson. Puck redirected by Marcus Foligno down into the Hawk end. Nolan Allen there to get the puck. Ahead to Craig Smith over the wild line near the left point. Got it to Taylor Hall along the left wing boards. He spins it behind the wild net around to the right wing boards. TJ Brody flips it back in behind to Ryan Donato. He is checked, and then Smith to the puck in the right corner. Put it out to the line. Brody to the left circle. Allen closes in. He'll fire, and a blocker save made by Gustafson. The puck redirects up into the protective netting. We're down to 17-14 left in period number 3, and it's still 1-0 Chicago Blackhawks.
Shots on goal, 16-14. Face-off will be to the right-hand side of Gustafson. It'll be the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric face-off. For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Murat Husnadinov against the Hawks. Ryan Donato on the face-off. Donato wins the draw. Craig Smith put it to the left point to Allen. Back to Craig Smith. Husnadinov was able to reach in and take the puck away. Skates it through center. Put it in over the Hawk line. Trennan fires from the slot, and that was partially blocked down in on goal. And Mrazek steers the puck away to the near side to Donato. Sent it across the rink to Brody. He makes a pass up the right side at center ice to Smith. Redirects it to the wild zone. But now here's Trennan breaking down the right wing into the Hawk end. Backhands it across the rink. Lauko on the left wing corner. Sent the puck behind the net to the right wing corner to Yakov Trennan. To Murat Husnadinov. He'll work it behind the net around to the left wing boards. Brodin there to Husnadinov, back of the net. Now to the right circle. Oh, and Spurgeon fires, and down is Mrazek with a butterfly save. Then we get a little gathering in front of the Hawk net. You got Brody and Lauko grabbing one another. They pull each other out of the fray. The linesmen jump in. We'll get a face-off in the Hawk zone. This will be in the circle to Mrazek's left.
It was a tough save for Mrazek. It was right up on the left shoulder. Good little play from behind the goal line out to the defenseman coming down the boards. And that shot from Spurgeon got in there quickly. Lauko was right there looking for a rebound. Brody trying to clear out that area.
Now Dickinson and Eriksson Ek on the draw. Dickinson wins this one to the corner. Vlasic tries to clear it out. It hit Murphy and ricochets back in on Peter Mrazek. He put it over, and the puck cleared ahead now to Anderson. He gave up the puck, and it's taken in by Dickinson into the wild zone. The play is ruled offside. So they'll face it off at center ice once again.
Have we seen Kaprizov's line out there to start this third period at all?
Not as of yet, I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't think so. And right now the matchup is with Eriksson Ek up against the Dickinson. And Luke Richardson has the last line change there. Well, you look at it now, what they've done is the Minnesota Wild have changed their line combinations.
I was just going to say Marco Rossi normally centers that line with Zuccarello and Kaprizov, but little change by John Hines. Here's Dickinson trying to get to a puck to the end boards in the Wild end. He and Eriksson Ek battle, and then Anderson offers some assistance, racing in to lift the stick of Eriksson Ek, work the puck free to the near boards. Teravainen battling there with Boldy. Boldy wins the puck to Faber near the corner, works his way up the right boards, passing ahead for Boldy, but the pass eludes him, and Alex Vlasic back in the Hawks zone will take the puck. Put it ahead on the left wing to Teravainen. He scoops it off the left wing boards into the Wild end, and now the Hawks and Wild will make line changes.
Yeah, if you look at the line combination that Minnesota has out there now, it's Kaprizov with Eriksson Ek and Boldy.
Middleton banks a pass up the left wing for Zuccarello. And from the Hawk blue line, he deflects it down behind the net. Seth Jones is given a spin there by Frederick Gaudreau. He's working Gaudreau over with the stick, pulled the puck free to the corner. Zuccarello flips it behind the net into the near corner where Kaiser rams Johansson off the puck, but Gaudreau's got it. Jockeys himself in front and fired a backhander. It's swept out of there by Jones. Here's Johansson now at the right point. Turning on Bedard. Johansson racing into the right circle, then in behind the Hawk net. Around to the left wing circle, sets up the line Bogosian. Back to Johansson, left point, over to Merrill, on the right boards. Gave it to Bogosian, who hammers one from the high slot. That goes flying to the Hawk net, off the glass. And Connor Bedard will tip the puck down ice into the Wild end. The Hawks will take advantage and get a line change.
Well, Bedard thought that was going to go down for icing, so we were just kind of standing in the corner there, and then he realized now a Minnesota Wild icing call there. But, you know, if you're Bedard, you can't sit there and wait thinking something's going to happen there. And all of a sudden he was late getting to the bench for the line change there, and Minnesota starts to attack all of a sudden. You always want to put yourself in a position where the next line coming onto the ice is in a favorable position there by Bedard, kind of waiting it out there in the corner, thinking it was the icing call, put the next guy coming on the ice in a little bit of a tough situation.
Nolan Allen with a nice keep in at the left point Wild zone, but the Wild take the puck back. Marco Rossi into the Hawk zone down the left wing side, sent it across, and from the right circle, Hartman fires. He hit the side of the Hawk net. Rossi takes the puck back near the right point, and he dekes it past Hall. Kurashev stepping up, though, uses the skate to kick it away. And then Brody runs Marcus Foligno off the puck in the far corner. It lays at the feet of Brody. Marcus Foligno digs it out. He got it over, and a shot from in front of the net by Rossi, and a pad save made by Peter Mrazek. Here's Spurgeon right point, central left point, Brodin a drive, and a glove save made by Mrazek, and he'll hold on. 13:46 left in period number 3. Hawks clinging to a 1-0 lead. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm going to move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, the most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Your company can save money by becoming more energy efficient. In fact, the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program can help your business find up to 35% in energy savings, resulting in lower energy costs. At ComEd, we're not just moving toward a clean energy future. We're powering the future of your business. Sign up for your free facility assessment at ComEd.com/poweringbiz. Terms and conditions apply. Offers are subject to change. Actual savings will vary by customer's usage and rate. The ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is funded in compliance with state law.
You ever have one of those days where 1 p.m. just sneaks up on you? You're running around, checking off that to-do list, and suddenly, bam, it's lunchtime, and you're hungry. That's when I hit up McDonald's for the $6 Daily Double Meal Deal. I can get all my faves, a juicy Daily Double, crispy 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, and a small soft drink for just $6. Easy? Yep. Fast? Sure is. Delicious? Yes. One meal to rule them all. The $6 Daily Double Meal Deal. Only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with another offer or combo meal.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago.
Back to the United Center, John Weideman along with Troy Murray and Charlie Romeliotis on Military Appreciation Night. And some members of our military being applauded and honored right now. A couple members of the Navy being shown on the video board. Sure, the Naval Air Base up the road in Waukegan has produced a number of gentlemen and ladies that have armed our military, or let's say, thickened the ranks. And we are grateful to one and all for your dedicated and courageous service, as we said earlier. Can't say it enough. Keeping us all safe and healthy so that we can enjoy hockey games. Thank you very much. This next face-off in the circle to the right of Peter Mrazek. Jason Dickinson against Joel Eriksson-Ek, and Dickinson wins the draw. Moves it to Vlasic, head to Teravainen. Up the left wing at center ice. He sends it across the rink. This deflects down in behind the Wild net. Dickinson tried to get to it. Wild take it back instead. Boldy to center ice. Dispersion in over the Hawk line, down the left wing. He's directed toward the corner by Murphy. Backhands the puck behind the net. It bounces around to Teravainen. Over to Murphy to center ice. Crossing the Wild line, gave it to Teravainen along the left side boards. He sends the puck down to the corner. Anderson digs it out, sweeps the puck back to the left point. Vlasic was a little late getting there. Puck eludes him, and it ends up all the way down in behind the Hawk net. Peter Mrazek got to guide the puck ahead to Vlasic, who in turn hands it off to Reichel. The Connor Bedard at center ice and pulls up short of the Wild blue line and flips the puck into the Minnesota zone. Middleton waiting. He'll spin it back up ice. Kusnedinov sent the puck down in behind the Hawk net. Trennan with a body check there on Brody, but the puck spun around by Bedard, not out. Trennan hammers one from the left point. That goes wide. Faber got the puck back at the right point. He can't fire it in deep, but it's taken back by Lauko. Lauko in the high slot. Bothered from behind by Lucas Reichel. We get a whistle stopping play. Let's see which one of the teams is going to be assessed the minor penalty here. Hooking is going to be the call. And this is going to go to Nick Foligno of the Blackhawks. I had a feeling.
Chicago, number 17. 2-minute minor. Okay.
So the Wild are going to get another power play. This will be their third. They're 0 for 2 so far. Penalty at 7:27 of period number 3. Face-off circle to the right of Peter Mrazek. Eriksson Ek will take the draw against Jason Dickinson. Draw won by the Wild. Faber at the left point. Put the puck over to Boldy along the right sideboards. He sent the puck behind the Hawk net. Eriksson Ek back to Boldy. To Faber, right point to Boldy. Top of the right wing circle. Fire, stick save, Mrazek. Loose puck in front. Everybody slapping at it. Kaprizov got away a couple backhands. That stopped. And the puck taken back now by Kurashev to Dickinson at center ice. To Kurashev over the Wild line down the right wing. Cuts in front of the net. He couldn't get a clean shot away. The puck was bouncing. Kaiser then launches one from just inside the line. That's over the Wild net. And the Wild are down to 124 on their power play. Faber skates out of the Wild zone to center ice and hands the puck off to Kaprizov over the Hawk line. The Boldy along the right boards to Brock Faber near the right point. A wrist shot deflects off the stick of Teravainen into the far corner. Kaprizov moves it back to the left point to Zuccarello. They'll drive it behind the Hawk net around to the near side. Good play by Kaiser to take it away from 2 Wild players. Put the puck behind the net to Jones. He got some room in the far corner and clears the puck up the right side boards and down. And now 50 seconds remain on the Wild power play. Behind the Wild net, Jared Spurgeon will move it out to center ice. Here's Rossi into the Hawks on right wing side. Centers the puck, batted away by Murphy. Head to Dickinson. He'll skate with the puck over the Wild blue line on the left wing and stick it in on goal. Kick save is made by Gustafsson. Now 32 seconds left on the Wild power play. Play still in the Wild end. Spurgeon between the circles. Passing at the left wing, Hartman. Crossing the Hawk blue line. He'll drift over with the puck to the right wing boards. Drops it in the corner, Rossi. Back to Hartman. Firing from the right point. Mrazek got in front of that. Puck tumbles to the near boards off the rebound. Teravainen tried to scrape it out. Could not. Hartman, top of the right circle. Put it over left circle. And Spurgeon fires. That's in and out of the glove of Mrazek. 4 seconds left on the power play. Wild with the puck in the near corner. A nice check by Vlasic on Rossi. Hawks come to full strength. Foligno's out of the box. Hartman with the puck along the right board. Fed the high slot. Bogosian fires. Then Mrazek came out with a save as he went down in the butterfly position. Slid across. Stopped it with the glove. The puck bounced out of his glove momentarily, but he quickly scooped it out of midair and held on. Hawks 3 for 3 on the PK. Still lead the game 1-0 with 10:23 left in period number 3.
Yeah, excellent kill by the Hawks. They did what they needed to do. Now get back to business 5-on-5. You can feel the push coming from Minnesota right now. They're kind of dictating the pace of the play right now. Hawks are hanging on. Mrazek has been excellent. Settle it down in your mind. Just play some 5-on-5 hockey here. Stay on top of the puck. Get pucks in deep.
Now the draw to the right of Mrazek. And Brandon Otto, to take this draw, is going to face off against Yakov Trenin. Trenin, a big, strong Russian-born player. And Trenin scoops this draw back to the point. Bogosian to the line. Merrill, long shot from there is into the glove of Mrazek, who then gave a little blocker sandwich into the shoulder of Trenin, who was trying to crowd the crease. Peter didn't like that too much. Next face-off will be in the circle to Peter's left.
Clean face-off win, and then traffic towards the front of the net. Mrazek does a nice job of finding this puck coming around a massive humanity in one line, trying to block the shot.
That's Trenin and Donato again on the draw. And the drop of the puck, it bounces free to the Hawks. Brody, front of the net, and he'll just tap the puck out to center ice. Bogosian flipped it back into the inboards Hawk zone. Allen ridden into the boards there by Husnadinov, but kept the puck away. Craig Smith along the right side boards. Trying to clear the puck, he can't. Send it to the line. Lauko fires a knuckleball type of a shot that banks wide of the Hawk net. Slides up the near boards. Bogosian hit there by Maroon, but kept the puck alive. He put it down behind the net. Brody spins it around at the right side. Smith can't clear the zone. Kept in by Lauko. Lauko behind the net. Put a pass up the slot. And Merrill with a snapshot was blocked. Merrill got it back and fires. And from the top of the left circle, this puck goes right into the glove of Peter Mrazek. He'll hold on in the Hawk crease. 9:40 left in the third. Still 1-0 in favor of the Hawks. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Lou Manfredini helps you around the house Saturday morning starting at 6 on WGN.
Marquette Bank has been helping neighbors, families, and business owners in Chicagoland for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you have a partner for your business. Whether you need a small business loan, help with cash management, or help with your personal banking, Marquette Bank is here to support your business. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Do you have a plumbing emergency? Call Four Seasons. An electrical emergency? Call Four Seasons. A heating or cooling emergency? Call Four Seasons. Same-day hot water tank installation needed? Call Four Seasons. Need a whole home generator? Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. And no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold, sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. Winnipeg Jets. NHL record, winning 14 of the first 15 games of the season. Man, they're playing some good hockey. Who's cold? Well, right now it's the Anaheim Ducks, only 2 wins in the last 10. Who's hot, who's cold? Sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago. Off the face-off, puck goes into the Blackhawks bench. So they'll redo it to the right-hand side of Peter Mrazek. Dickinson out there against Eriksson Ek, along with Kaprizov and Matt Boldy.
So Dickinson and Boldy on the draw. Boldy ends up with winning this one. Here's Kaprizov with a drive from the line. Stick save made by Mrazek. Eriksson Ek behind the Hawk net. Turns twice on Murphy. Put it around up the near side. And Faber tried to keep the puck alive along the right sideboards. Got it to Eriksson Ek. He'll scoop it down behind the Hawk net into the far corner. Joey Anderson there. Tried to clear the puck out. Middleton took it away instead. Swung it behind the Hawk net around to the right point to Faber. Flips it down. Kaprizov behind the net. He fed it up the slot. Dickinson took the puck away. Gave it to Murphy. He'll clear it around to center ice. And we're going to get a penalty here to Minnesota. Slashing will be the call. And the Hawks can increase their lead on the Sitco power play. When you start with Sitco, you're good to go.
Matt Boldy, the guilty party, he's coming out there. He's wondering what happened. Palms raised to the referee. So Blackhawks get the third Sitco power play of the evening. When you start with Sitco, you're good to go. Well, you get another look at it. Yeah, he comes across on Jason Dickinson, turns the blade over and takes the slash, gets all stick, maybe a little bit of the hands there, but a little bit of a sloppy play in the offensive zone there by Matt Boldy.
Draw one by the Hawks. Seth Jones with the puck, top of the right circle. Gave it to Reichel, right wing corner. Back to Jones now, right point. He'll back up through the high slot. Give it to Reichel, top of the right circle to Jones. To Bedard, top of the left circle. Here's Bedard backing up with the puck toward the corner. Fed it over for Reichel. Good draw with a wild.
Does not need to make that play. He's trying to force him. You can see what he's doing. He's not really a threat for being a shot there. He's looking to pass it through the seam there, and you got all the Minnesota defenders there with their sticks in the right position there. You just can't make that play.
Reichel turns it over at the Minnesota Wild line. Here's Faber into the Hawk zone down the right wing, shorthanded. Walks it in front of the net and couldn't get a shot away. Good defensive play there by Bertuzzi. Faber caught in deep. The Hawks come up ice. Here's Donato crossing the Wild line. Left wing, cut the slot. A shot by Bedard goes over the net. Loose puck in the left wing corner. Donato works it out to the line to Jones. To Bedard, right circle. Behind the back pass, Jones with a drive. It hit the inboards and ricochets out to center ice. And the Hawks will have to regroup. And now 53 seconds on the power play. Bedard takes the puck over the Wild blue line and then lost it as taken away. Husnudinov down the left wing Hawk zone, shorthanded. He fires. Kick save is made by Mrazek. Puck taken back by Husnudinov. Here's Husnudinov inside the Hawk line near the left point. Outnumbered, he flips it through the air and down into the glove of Peter Mrazek. He'll drop it behind the net. 30 seconds on the power play.
Well, you turn the pucks over at the blue line there. I mean, my goodness, you got to get pucks in deep, whether you're a 5-on-5, 5-on-4. You can't turn pucks over and give Minnesota odd man opportunities.
At the left point, Maroon's got the puck to Vlasic in the high slot. To Hall, top of the right circle with 15. Here's Hall now. Beside the right circle, creeping into the circle, fed the slot, Smith. High slot, Vlasic to Hall, right circle. Sent it over to the left point, intended for Vlasic, but he was nowhere near the point. The puck banks out to center ice. The Wild will now come back to full strength. Taylor Hall with the puck back in the Hawk zone. Bank pass ahead, Maroon, Wild line, left wing side. Flings it down the glass behind the net, rolls up the far side to Marcus Foligno, who'll put the puck in behind his net. Middleton will drive it around up the right wing side. Boldy there, shot it across the rink, over to Spurgeon. He enters the Hawk zone on the left wing and flings the puck down the boards behind the net, rolls up the near side to Kaprizov, stripped of the puck by Jason Dickinson, who clears to center ice. Wild get the puck back inside their zone. 6:26 on the clock for period number 3. 1-0 Hawks. Spurgeon to Boldy over the Hawk line, down the right wing, leaning to the slot. He'll fire! Mrazek makes the save with the stick. Loose puck in the far corner. Dickinson sends it up the boards, not out, kept in left point. Now here's a shot from Zuccarello, and down is Mrazek with a butterfly save, holds the puck as Murphy mixing it up with Kaprizov, and then Kaprizov and Wyatt Kaiser battle. We get a whistle stopping play, and a faceoff will be in the Hawk zone to the right of Mrazek. Got to look at that last shot by Boldy. And I said that Mrazek got the stick on it, folks. That hit the crossbar and actually bounced down off of Mrazek's body and then poked out of there by Nick Foligno.
Crossbar post and then down. And Foligno was right there to push the Wild player out of the way. Nice job by Foligno, but boy, you can feel the pressure coming here from Minnesota. Hawks are on their heels trying to find a way to get pucks out of the zone, but Minnesota has this momentum in their favor right now. You knew a push was coming from Minnesota. They've been frustrated the way the Blackhawks have played, but right now they got some energy in their game. Hawks need to find a way to get some pucks out of their own end of the ice, take some pressure off Peter Mrazek.
A good start would be Ryan Donato winning this faceoff against Marco Rossi. Rossi's been tossed off the dot. It's now Ryan Hartman facing off against Donato. Dropping the puck, the Wild get it. Faber at the right point. Sticks it down the shelf that separates the boards and glass, and then behind the Hawk net to the far side to Bertuzzi. Takes a hit, hands the puck off now to Donato. Breaking in over the Wild line on the right wing. He's checked off the puck by Rossi, but now Jones takes it back and hammers one for the right point. Chest save made by Gustafsson. Wild break back the other way, 3-on-2. Led by Johansson over the Hawk line. Left wing side to Rossi. Put it over Hartman. A shot from the right circle, and Mrazek knocks it up into the protective netting and out of play. 5:38 left in the third. It's the Hawks 1 and the Wild no score. Can they hang on and close the deal and end a 12-game winless streak against Minnesota? Find out after we take this break. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Whether it's pro or college, the app to bet football is Circa Sports Illinois. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be. Circa Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circa Sports has it. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
When you only want to work with the best in commercial concrete, think Concrete Illinois. Visit ConcreteIL.com, where you'll find the top commercial concrete contractors for your next project. Cement Mason LMCC members are skilled union employees who have the experience, skill, and focus needed to get the job done right, on time, and on budget. There is tremendous value in using skilled tradesmen on your commercial concrete project. To learn more, visit ConcreteIL.com. That's ConcreteIL.com.
If it happens in Chicago, we know about it. The Lisa Dent Show. Weekdays 2 to 6. Now back to the game.
Also in the 10th, back in 2013, United here at the United Center, goalie Corey Crawford stopped Edmonton Sam Gagner. His penalty shot attempt, which eventually preserved a 5-4 win over the Edmonton Oilers. This day in Blackhawks history is sponsored by Global Auto Recycling. Get cash for your car or truck today with Global Auto Recycling.
Now deep in the Hawk zone, Murphy takes the puck and slings it up the right wing side. This deflects down into the Wild zone. No icing is ruled. Wild take the puck back. Gustafsson back of his net. Leaves it there for Spurgeon. 5:19 left on the clock. Zuccarello will pass up ice. Kaprizov short of the Hawk line at center ice. Backhands the puck to the left wing corner. Murphy trying to get to it was held up by Boldy, and then the puck centered by Kaprizov right onto the stick of the Hawks, Joey Anderson. Out it ahead now to Teuvo Teravainen. To the Wild blue line. He'll dump it to the left wing corner. Puck tumbles in behind the Wild net, and Zuccarello grabs it, and then he races up ice, up the left wing. Front of the benches and over the Hawk blue line. Zuccarello from the corner. Back past Boldy through the high slot. Carries over to the left point. Sent it over to the right circle, intended for Zuccarello. Zuccarello put it back to the point. Bogosian sweeps it down behind the Hawk net around up the far side to the left point to Middleton. He fires, and that pinball's down toward the net. Stopped in front, and a shot from Boldy. He scores. It was Kaprizov to the puck after it had been shot in for the left point. He just made a back pass up the slot to Matt Boldy, and you heard it ring it off the post. It went into the back of the Hawk net, and we're tied at 1 with 4:31 left in the third period.
Well, you could just feel this building up in Minnesota. You know, they're a good team, and they know that they haven't played their best so far. Probably a little bit frustrated the way the Blackhawks have played against them in this game. But they were getting some traction. They were getting some momentum, emotion into their game, and quicker to the puck, winning the board battles. Blackhawks not getting pucks out of their own end of the ice, and all of a sudden, the one shot that gets past Peter Mrazek. Now you got 4.5 to go here to make sure that you don't give up anything again here quickly to Minnesota. They've got everything on their side right now.
So Boldy scoring at 15:29 from Kaprizov. 1-1 is the score back in the Hawk zone. Kaiser takes the puck in the near corner, lifts it through the air down into the Wild zone. Kurashev chops it away to Nick Foligno along the left wing boards. Foligno battling there with the Wild's Joel Eriksson-Ek. They continue their battle. Linesman tells them to move it. Nick Foligno trying to stab the puck out of the pile. Now he's trying to muscle Johansson out of the way so he can move the puck. Everybody's scraping at it there. And then Johansson's able to clear it over the line to center ice. Here's Connor Bedard back in the Hawk zone. Over to Murphy. Hawk line right wing. Ahead to Nick Foligno. Wild line. He slaps it into the Minnesota zone and then chases it down behind the net. Nick Foligno, Hawks captain, left wing corner. Bank pass in behind the net to Kurashev. Fed it over left circle to Donato. Shoots. He hit the post. Loose puck in the crease. Cleared out of there by Husnadinov at the center ice. And Donato ends up down in the Wild crease. He was underneath Gustafsson. He has to extricate himself and get back to center ice.
Well, Gustafsson's stick is on the backside of the net on the far side there. The Blackhawks need to try and take advantage of this if they can. He's going to get his stick back from Brock Faber, who just rolls it back to him.
Hawko dumps it down into the Hawk end. Vlasic passing up the left wing to Hall. Wild line. He'll deflect it down in behind the net. Spurgeon to the puck. Dodges Donato. Moves a pass up the left wing. Marcus Foligno center ice. Rink White pass to Lauko. Put it over the Hawk blue line. Down behind the net. And Brody takes a hit but moves the puck near corner. Vlasic. Vlasic had it stripped away by Yakov Trenin. Trenin from the right circle coughed up the puck, and TJ Brody, the Hawks, will clear it through the air and down ice into the Wild zone. Puck rolls on in. Not going to be far enough for icing, but far enough for the Hawks to get a line change. Here's Boldy just inside the Wild line on the right wing. Sweeps the puck over to the left wing side, Spurgeon, then back over to Faber. Wild line right wing again. To Boldy over the Hawk line down the right wing side. Backhander toward the net, blockered away by Mrazek. Kaiser in the near corner, sweeps it around at the left wing side. Anderson now at center ice. Dumps the puck down the boards and in behind the Wild net. Puck rolls up the far side. Hawks go for a line change. Here's Bogosian to the puck in the near corner. Head to Kaprizov at center ice. Rink wide pass. Zuccarello over the Hawk line. Down the left wing. Fed it back to the slot. Jones got a stick in there, knocking it away. Kaprizov takes the puck beside the net. Tried to wrap it around. That was blocked away by Mrazek. Hawks get the puck back. Kaiser's got it behind the Hawk net. 1:40 on the clock. 1-1 is the score. Kaiser now between the circles. He runs into Rossi, falls down. Murphy came along and claims the puck. Backhands it down the left side boards and in behind the Wild net. Gustafson plays it into the far corner to Middleton. He'll put it back in behind the Wild net to Bogosian. Then a pass up the right wing for Hartman. He shot it ahead into the Hawk zone. No icing is ruled. The Hawks get the puck. Vlasic, the lead pass ahead for Hall. Off his stick to center ice. Faber flips the puck back into the Hawk zone. Vlasic keeps it away. Got it ahead to Taylor Hall. At the Hawk line on the left wing where he just chops it off the boards down into the Wild zone. Approaching the 1 minute mark for regulation. 1-1 the score. Donato claims the loose puck at center ice on the left wing, front of the penalty boxes. Flips the puck into the Wild end. He was trying to get that pass to Hall. Picked off by the Wilds. Version shot it ahead of the Hawk line. Vlasic took it there. To Donato at center ice. Back to Murphy inside the Hawk zone. And a pass ahead for Bertuzzi off his stick. The Wild get it back. Faber passing to Marcus Foligno into the Hawk zone from the right point. He'll turn and send it down toward the net, and Peter Mrazek will plop on the puck and hold it, and the whistle will stop play. 1-1 is the score with 34 seconds now left in regulation. A couple of good chances there for the Hawks. Ryan Donato rang one off the post.
Yeah,
Boy.
beat Gustafson on the short side, and then it stays in behind him. It was Houston Deanoff that came in to knock this puck out of the crease area. Boy, it was sitting there for a while, and Donato came diving after it. Get a little tap on the back from the goaltender, Gustafson.
But Donato was just a half second late. Draw one by the Wild. Faber at the right point. Snaps the puck down to Boldy behind the Hawk net. He coughed it up. Nice play there by Jones. Working it free to Dickinson. Moving up the right wing to center ice in front of the benches. He flips the puck down the boards in behind the Wild net. And Boldy chops it away at the left wing side to Middleton, who clears to center in front of the benches. Dickinson battling there with Kaprizov. Kicks the puck back into the Wild zone. Here's Boldy with a lead pass. Eriksson Ek over the Hawk line with 4 seconds. Dumps it behind the net. Jones has got it. Carries to the corner, and that's all she wrote for regulation. So the sides are tied after 60 minutes. 1-1, a late goal by the Minnesota Wild. Matt Boldy from Kaprizov at 15:29. The Wild for regulation have outshot the Blackhawks 33-20, and if not for Peter Mrazek's exceptional play at times in goal, this one's over right now.
Well, I mean, they kind of were in a situation where they were just hanging on and maybe hoping that Peter Mrazek would be spectacular and keep Minnesota off the scoreboard in the third period here, but undeniable that Minnesota, who had 19 shots in that third period, to 6 for the Blackhawks, certainly had the edge in play, and finally there wasn't anything that Mrazek can do on this little bang-bang play to Matt Boldy. They got to be better here in overtime. Tonight's overtime is sponsored by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Last time the Blackhawks ventured into overtime was in Los Angeles. That game ended up in a shootout where Ryan Donato provided the heroics.
Minnesota in overtime, 1-1 in a shootout. Lost the only shootout that they participated in. Minnesota will have to throw out their trio to start the overtime. The Blackhawks will counter with that, and that line change by Luke Richardson, sponsored by Gilkey Windows, the best line of fiberglass windows and doors.
The Hawks did play an overtime game, or let's say they got an overtime decision anyway. That happened up in Winnipeg. And a 2-1 final was the result of that game. The Hawks had led that game for most of the game. Kind of a similar script to this game here tonight. So here, the Hawks will try and rev the energy up. help Peter Mrazek. A lot of open ice out there, Troy. My first inclination is to think, of course, Bedard. But
he's had a quiet night.
Yeah. He has
done 6 games without a goal up to this point, and only points in 2 of the last 6 as well. So he's kind of gone a little bit cold.
Well, shows you what I know. The Hawks are going to throw out Nick Foligno, Alex Vlasic, and Jason Dickinson.
Well, they're going to try and counterattack against Eriksson Ek, against Kaprizov and Brock Faber. So a little bit more of a defensive lineup, and then get Bedard out there on the ice.
So here we go with overtime. Dickinson facing off with Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek has now been tossed off the dot. It's going to be Dickinson facing off with Kaprizov. And now just before the draw, you got Nick Foligno jostling with Joel Eriksson Ek. And the linesman skates over to them and says, cease and desist. Drop the puck at center ice. Dickinson wins it back to Vlasic, and then reaching in is Eriksson Ek to pull the puck free for Minnesota. And he flips it back between the circles in the wild zone. Boldy there, hands it off to Kirill Kaprizov. He'll skate through center in over the Hawk line on the right wing. A spinorama and a backhand hit the back of the net. Foligno chops the puck away into the far corner. Vlasic's got it there. Here's Alex Vlasic skating it out now to center ice over the logo. Vlasic with a burst of speed into the wild zone down the left wing to the corner. Back pass, Dickinson, left wing circle. He'll carry down to the corner, then in behind the net, and then reverses directions back to the left wing corner. Put the puck to the left point to Vlasic, to Foligno in the high slot, and he'll take it out to center ice, hand the puck off to Connor Bedard, and then head to the bench. It's Bedard, Seth Jones, and Teuvo Teravainen. Bedard with a burst of speed into the wild zone, left wing side. Dropping into the high slot, Seth Jones. Crisscrossing with Bedard down the left wing side. Jones hits the brakes, carries the puck back out to center ice, and the Hawks will start again. Now 3:55 left in overtime. A handoff to Teravainen through center. Over the wild line, down the left wing, he fires! And that hit the chest of Gustafsson. Bounces away to Faber. And now Faber will loop in behind the Minnesota net. The Hawks will change up 2 of their 3 overtime players.
Yeah, and then Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek, they're both off the ice now. Faber, he can stay out there for a while, but he's probably going to head off the ice as well. So fresh legs out there on both sides of the equation.
Boldy now in the wild zone, weaving out to his blue line with the puck. Hands it over to Marcus Johansson at center ice on the right wing. He cuts across the zone to the left wing side. Gave it to Boldy, left point. To the high slot. Spurgeon coughed up the puck. Jones has it to Kurashev over the wild line, left wing with a shot. He scores! Hawks win! Hawks win! Kurashev let it rip for the left circle and beats Gustafsson over the shoulder. The Hawks have erased a 12-game winless streak at the hands of the Wild. Come back in overtime and beat Minnesota. The final score, the Hawks 2 and the Wild 1. And it's great to hear this building jubilant again.
Yeah, just going to let it soak in here for a little bit. Great crowd here to see the Wild in action on a Sunday 6 o'clock start. And what a shot by Philip Kurashev over the glove of Gustafsson. This Blackhawks win is sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. For Kurashev, that's his 3rd of the season. Hawks take this one 2-1. Minnesota maybe a little bit disappointed that they didn't get a victory in this one the way they played in the 3rd period, but the Hawks handled it in overtime, the Hyundai overtime, to take this one 2-1. And with that goal, we'll break out the Bandito one more time for the night. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila.
Well, with the win, the Blackhawks now 6-9-1, while with the overtime loss, the Wild now 10-2-3. And let's pick up the 3 stars of tonight's game.
The number 3 star of the game from the Blackhawks with his 2nd goal of the season, number 16, Jason Dickinson. The number 2 star of the game from the Blackhawks with 32 saves, number 34, Peter Mrazek.
Peter Mrazek was exceptional tonight, folks. Very solid.
And the number 1 star of the game from the Blackhawks with his 3rd goal of the season, the game winner in overtime, number 23, Philip Kurashev.
So Philip Kurashev, who has worked tirelessly to become a regular NHL player, has gotten me convinced. He's down with Darren Pang in front of the Hawks bench. Let's join him.
Attention to the Blackhawks bench, where Darren Pang is with tonight's number 1 star of the game, Philip Kurashev.
Thank you very much. And on Military Appreciation Night, and we thank everyone here that has attended this game. Philip Kurashev scores the game winner. Put us through that development of that play and what you saw as it went in the net.
Yeah, no, we got the turnover there and turnover quick and shot it and went in, so I'm happy.
Did it help that Seth Jones was driving hard to the middle of the ice?
Yeah, for sure. He gave me some more space and I took it, so it was good.
As far as your goaltender is concerned, how about that on Military Appreciation Night? How to defend the right way? Peter Mrazek was just outstanding for you.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. He's a big part of why we won. We should have won after 60, but he kept us in it, and it was a great job from him.
Great crowd here tonight, huh?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Love that smile. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Philip Kurashev, our number 1 star of tonight's game. Thank you, Darren Pang. Hawks 2, the Wild 1 in overtime. We'll tell you more about it right after we take this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on